What's that about?
Popping a chalky milk.
So
Just push my nan down the stairs.
is that what the kids are doing these days?
Yep, pushing their nan down the stairs, punching their dads.
Chalky milk.
Chalky milk. Hello and welcome to Lucky and Wild, a podcast about fighting games and other video games, old and new, discussed, dissected, and occasionally understood. I'm Harrison Hunt, and with me is Sean Hunt. Yeah,
Go on in.
He's out on day release. Today we're going to be doing your feedback, the news, going through what we've been playing, and our radio style segments in Getting Lucky and Going Wild, followed by the maelstrom under your mail.
All right, my ankle bracelet is bleeping quite wildly at the moment.
Sean got done for noncing.
Wait, no, you can't say that.
No, sorry, that was too far. Theft.
Yeah, theft.
Okay.
That'll do, yeah.
Theft.
Cheers.
Shall we do the feedback?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
So last episode we did ask people for their gaming hot takes, right? But the trouble is I put the request for their hot takes out there too late. So we've got some leftovers we're going to do now in the feedback section, right? So Kill Defenses, he says, my hot takes are Super Metroid sucks and Fallout 3 was the best one. You are joking.
Wait, where's he coming?
You are joking.
Where's this coming from, to be honest?
Well, you look, Fallout 3, it was absolutely not the best one. I feel like we've covered this a bit too much on the podcast. But
yeah, we have. But
obviously, all opinions are subjective, but you're wrong. It's one of the worst ones.
It may have been a long time since you played it. Maybe you had good memories of it. Because
everyone enjoyed it on their first playthrough.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where when you think about it, it doesn't make a lick of sense.
Well, I played it when it released because we got it when it released. We were quite lucky. And then you, later on when I traded it in, you lent me your copy of it and I played it again and I was like, this is
trash.
Yeah.
Trash. And also, just as a little thing, side note here, right? I think on every playthrough, if you play the main story, and always on Bethesda games, the main story has been the weakest part, right? But on the main story of Fallout 3, right, you get that guy, V, is it V? The super mutant who joins you, right?
Yes.
They're immune to radiation.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the game, you have to go into a chamber filled with radiation. Is it to stop the wasteland from being destroyed or something?
That's it, yeah.
You got V with you. Why do you go in? V could just go in, flick the button. It wouldn't even be a big deal for him. He would just go in there, flick it, and then just be like, right, that's done.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. What's next?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like the entire last boss fight was NPCs fighting with each other. Like, and if you come from any sort of game design background or even just run D&D, you know that's a big no-no, right? So you're not even involved in the last fight. The final moments of the game make fucking no sense. And
the map is annoying to traverse as well. And I particularly remember one part in the main story where you're completely lost. And how are you supposed to know there's an arrow pointing to where you have to, like a tiny arrow in a tunnel? Like,
well, yeah, also because there's a point where because the map on the arrow on the main map when you're roaming around just points as the crow flies. It just points in a straight line. But in certain points of the game, you have to deviate from that to go through underground railways to get to the place where you need to be. Now, in a classic Bethesda game like Morrowind, for example, like a good one, right, you would speak to NPCs and they go, right, you've got to go out of here, go left and go through the subway, right? But in that, nobody tells you anything because they rely on the compass system. And so nobody tells you anything. You look at it and you go, but hang on, this is just a straight fucking wall in my way. How are you supposed to know? It's like, even from a game design perspective, even from a like, I don't know, signaling players to go in the right direction perspective, it's nonsensical. And they reduced every super mutant to being an idiot for some reason. despite the fact they're the ultimate being.
Yeah, there's a lot of crimes, but that's one of the most egregious.
That's one of the most egregious. And also, like, so many of their characters are fucking annoying, aren't they? I mean, the dad character, all of his actions are nonsensical. Moira, who everyone seems to like, one of the most annoying characters in the... Three Dog?
Just like...
Fucking Three Dog.
Like Moira is just kooky for the sake of it, really.
The whole fucking game is just kooky for the sake of it. I mean, that's like modern Bethesda, isn't it? It's just like, all they think Fallout is the wacky moments that were rare occurrences in the first two games. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so you're wrong on that one. However, Super Metroid sucks. Yeah. Yeah, it does a bit.
No, I disagree with that one, to be honest. Why would you say it sucks? I'd say it's the best Metroid. Metroid 1, 2... and Super Metroid.
Metroid 1 and 2 are the best ones. I'll tell you why Super Metroid sucks, because it's like, I feel like as a game that's about exploration, there's not enough variance in the environments. And I get it's an early example of it and can be let off a bit. But there's also the latter half of the game where you basically need to scan every corner of the room. And if you're playing it without a guide, it's impossible. I think it's a bad Metroidvania, but it is the template that essentially allowed for the good ones to be made.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, I mean,
it's got buckets of atmosphere, but it's not a very good game.
Yeah,
it's not. Just the exploration is bad.
Yeah, you had similar but more fun games like back then on the SNES, like the Addams Family.
Goated. More fun.
Goated.
No, it isn't. It's shit. But I think that...
No, but for like you say, it has bags of atmosphere. To be fair, like you say, the latter half probably has put me off playing through it again.
I also... Exactly. But I also think that the Metroidvania that set the standard was not Super Metroid. People seem to think it is, but I think the one that set the standard was Symphony of the Night. I think that was where we got to the point where that in that game you had so many different unique areas and ways that you could navigate the castle. By the end of the game, you could navigate the entire castle without actually having looked at the map once. I mean, it's an amazing game, and I think that more set the standard for what Metroidvanias should be.
I think Super Metroid brought it to the mainstream, though. It
did. And without that, you wouldn't have Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, exactly.
But without Jet Set Willy, you wouldn't have Super Metroid.
No, you wouldn't.
So... No. You know, let's be honest. Jet Set Willy is the GOAT.
Yeah, it is. It is.
He has another one. He says, as much as I like retro-styled CRPGs, I am playing a little Scald at the moment. Every developer seems to think the core joy with them is combat. It's not. That shit is boring. The fun is solving problems through clever gameplay like sneaking or setting traps using the environment, not swatting 7 large bats in a cave with your 1d2 dagger that misses half the time. I think he's right. It's weird because there's a lot of like classic CRPGs that made combat the entire focus, like Icewind Dale. Yeah. And it's sort of like it's just the dungeon and Temple of Elemental Evil, which is quite a fun game. But it's sort of like the focus is on the combat and it shouldn't be that. Whereas you get the best examples of it, like Baldur's Gate 3, Fallout 1 and 2, kill defences, and also the other one, Planescape Torment.
And Knights of the Old Republic.
A lot of things can be solved in those games by thinking outside the box.
Yeah, definitely.
And I remember like in Fallout 1, for example, there's like, I created a character that couldn't fight at all. And solved one of the biggest problems in the game by sneaking into... There's a bit where you need to go to this church, and I snuck in, put several bombs, like reverse pickpocketed bombs into this priest's pocket, put it on a timer, left the church, went to a completely different town, and then when I came back, everyone was dead. Like that sort of shit.
That's what makes those like you could just play them at any point in your life, timeless. You know, like Planescape Torment, Fallout 1. Like, just, I don't know. You can't beat them, really.
All the best examples are the ones where the freedom of not fighting is emphasised, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird because Baldur's Gate 3, there's a lot of mandatory combat in that, and yet everyone loves it. I mean, I love it. It's an amazing game. But it's weird because that one is like a rare example of one that does feature a lot of very, very difficult combat and is still good somehow. But I think it's just because of the writing and there are a lot of situations where it does allow you to do the other things.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly.
That's a good hot take. I don't know if it is a hot take, though. I think a lot of people agree with it.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Dr. Mumson, he says, hot take, I'm almost at the point where I'll avoid a product if it claims it didn't use AI.
Didn't.
That's a hot take.
Is he trying to be...
I think his point is that he doesn't like it when people make a big deal about it. Good for you, you didn't use AI.
Oh, okay,
wow.
yeah, it's like...
it's almost like a sort of...
like when they say, if you get... there's no DLC for the game or whatever.
Yeah, so a bit like developer virtue signaling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like them going, look how cool we are, guys. We don't even believe in AI.
Yeah, but just don't use like AI and that. But
I'd be happy for more developers to claim they didn't use AI.
Yeah, I would.
Because I'm not fussed. That is a hot take, Mumson, but I get... If you're sick of the discussion, I can understand that being a point of view. You know what I mean?
I get where he's coming from, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, we're going to have to be like, you might be sick of the discussion, but I think we are going to be fighting this for a while.
You're going to have to get used to it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to. And also Steam now make developers declare whether or not they used AI.
That's good.
So,
That's good.
you can't, there's no getting around it. It's just going to be there, unfortunately. Yeah. That is it for the feedbacks. Shall we do some news?
Let's go.
Show us your news.
Fatal Fury City of the Wolves Season 2 trailer comes out. But it's, sorry Mumson, AI.
Oh man, devastating. The year got off to a really bad start, man. This is one of the worst trailers for games I've ever seen, man.
It's our favourite fighting game. Did you see it? And basically, just to tell everyone, the season 2 is going to feature 6 characters with 1 character scheduled for release every month. Season 2 lineup, for those that care, is Kim Jae-hoon, Nightmare Geese, Blue Mary, and Wolfgang Krauser from the Fatal Fury series, plus 2 mystery characters who will be announced at a later date.
A lot of people believe one of them is going to be Kenshiro from Fist and North Star, isn't it? Because there was an actual good trailer.
I think that was it, but I think that got leaked though. I think that's actually happening, isn't it? Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star is coming to Fatal Fury.
Well, it's not confirmed, but
it will happen.
Yeah.
Now, the trailer was interesting because, with their previous trailers, and I think even the trailer for the main game, it was just, I don't know what you would call it, like kinetic typography, moving text on a screen followed by in-game footage, right?
Which is all they need.
Is all they need. It's fine. I would like it if they had a huge budget and did, fucking like the Overwatch cinematics or something, but they don't, and that's fine. And
I mean, they spent all their money on like a DJ and a terrible footballer.
No, well, let's be honest, a terrible footballer.
I mean, he's the best footballer.
He's a terrible man. Great footballer.
Yeah.
So, let him off. No, but you say a DJ, but it's not just any DJ, is it? It's Mohammed bin Salman's favourite one.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So, leave him alone.
He
made Fatal Fury.
He's DJ'd many a birthday for the Crown Prince.
He has. Good lad. But, this trailer was embarrassing, man. First of all, we could talk about the inclusion of Geese in the game later, because he's supposed to be dead. What is it? With fighting game publishers, but anyway.
But the thing about that is he is supposed to be dead.
I did mention we talk about it later, but that's fine.
In this trailer, though, he was missing a foot, so
that because the AI footage it cut to AI. I mean, as soon as that wolf came in, that obviously AI wolf, then it cut to Terry's face, but AI. But the AI is obviously. There's not much data about Fatal Fury. Nobody plays it, so it's just made up a face for Terry. I mean, it doesn't look a thing like him.
He looks like 50 as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, he looks even older than that, like 70. Then it cuts to Geese sitting on a car and he's missing a fucking foot. I didn't even check they could have just had somebody touch it up a bit, right? Yeah. And then this weird narration over the top. The wolves are coming. What does it mean? It doesn't have anything to do with the story. The story is basically just everyone gets together in Southtown to fight each other for fun.
Yeah, I mean, that aesthetic has sort of got ruined further by the fact that there's a stage in Korea now as well as
and one in Japan, yeah.
yeah.
And here's the thing, like, but the trailer was so obviously AI. I don't know who they thought was going to buy this, but the worst thing is, I'm annoyed about the trailer, but I'm more annoyed about the impact it's going to have on the game, right? And so many fucking stupid cunts. Like, they always come out on Reddit, right? Especially the Fatal Fury cunts. They're always of this opinion that, like, if somebody asks if the game still has a decent player base, they will always say yes. And if you
Just flat out lie.
they say lie, right? They're so desperate and so angry about the fact that their favourite game is dying that they will argue with anyone about meaningless points. Now, if it was me talking about the player base, I would go along the lines of, it's a shame more people don't play it because it's a great game. Whereas what people will do on the subreddit and on the Facebook groups is they will just flat out lie because they don't want to fucking admit that the game is fucking dying on its arse. And second of all, the same thing happened with this trailer. When it came out, what was the common sentiment amongst those fucking idiots that say that stupid shit? Well, you lot are crying about AI, I'm playing the game, it's still sick. But you want more people to come to the game.
Yeah,
if a newcomer who has been thinking about picking up the game because they've seen it at SWC sees that fucking trailer, do you think they're going to want to play the game? Do you think that to an outsider, will that trailer make it look like a game that is supported and is going to be supported for years? And the answer is no. And the point is that it will turn off new players. And I try to avoid doing this, but I was arguing with the guy on Facebook about it, who was like, you lot are crying about AI, I'm just here playing the game.
Yeah, but that was like the general consent. I mean, like
almost everyone was saying that, right?
Yeah. There were quite a few people like us, but like the majority of people were like, it's like almost like SNK sent the bots out because like there were people like defending it. I was like, oh, that was such a sick trailer and stuff. Like the example that you just gave was the least worst example. But but like people were saying, oh, the trailer looks sick and stuff, and like just makes...
that is the worst, stupidest shit I've heard in my life because it's bullshit. And it's like, you know what, as well, is that so many people saying I'm still playing the game, it's still sick. We know that. And people saying it doesn't affect the gameplay. I know that, mate. But like I said, you saw my comment on one of the threads there, where I said he was like, who cares how the information is conveyed to you? The fact is we're getting a season 2. And I said, well, okay, so if I carved the information on a human shit and punched it up your arse, that's fine, because it doesn't matter how the information is conveyed, does it? Yeah. Stupid, utter nonsense.
All they had to do was like the names of the characters and then just kick into their entrance and their moves.
Yeah, because that's what they did for the previous trailer. Their entrances in the games are made to look cool. Have them come on and say their line, right?
Yeah.
That's it. But regardless of that, the sentiment around it annoys the shit out of me because it does affect gameplay. It does, because if no new players are coming and the current players are dropping off already, and now the marketing around it is so shit it's going to turn people off from playing the game, I think it does affect gameplay, because when you end up with a game with no players on it, how's the gameplay then? It's non-existent. That's the worst type of gameplay.
It also speaks to the confidence of like the developers and also like the Crown Prince about this, because like they're thinking, we don't want to risk putting more money into this game because it's failing, and they'll probably end the contract in the third year,
But even as you spoke about, Sean, where you were talking about the quality of the trailer and what they should have done, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I said, like, where if the option is if Mohammed bin Salman has come to you and he's gone, we got no more money for trailer, I'm sorry, we're not making enough money, you just say to him, all right, you go back to your team, you go, okay, look, we're gonna have to do something else, right? So the way that these companies should be doing, putting the message out there that 6 really cool new characters are coming to the game, shouldn't be, fuck, we don't have any money, let's use AI. It should be, fuck, we don't have any money, let's do what we would do if we didn't have AI, which is just cut together some gameplay footage and pay someone to have the logo and letters appear on the screen, right? Yeah. New season, bam, splashes across the screen. One of the cool tracks, music tracks from the game. One of the new characters, new themes, maybe. That's all fucking Street Fighter does, to be fair.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Because they're not going to waste all their money doing a big cinematic trailer for a character reveal, and neither should Fatal Fury, but they should have just done a trailer with in-game footage, it would have been fine.
I think like with Street Fighter as well, they release like a teaser, and then they release a full trailer, and it really works for the hype. I mean, like,
But that M. Bison one, with him riding in on the horse, right? That's
all in game.
That's all in game.
Yeah.
And the Fatal Fury people could have done that. And now what they've done is it's not only turned people off from it, like it's had an overall negative effect on the whole brand, right?
Yeah.
And we want people to play that. I want to be fucking playing that game.
Yeah.
If there was a sudden influx of new people, I would go back to it. But the point is that, yeah, they fucked it. I'm really angry about it. But what angers me more than... obviously, SNK's marketing team are going to be different to the developers and probably more closely tight-knit with fucking Salman.
Yeah, definitely,
right?
yeah.
So my point is that I can understand the disconnect and I can understand the marketing team doing something fucking dumb because they're all marketing cunts, right? But what I can't understand is idiots blindly following this stuff and saying the game is great rather than wanting it to be the best it could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It annoys the piss out of me, man. Because it's like...
Because deep down, you know that they're thinking the same thing. Yeah?
Exactly. Anyway... now onto a good trailer. Alex trailer releases for Street Fighter 6. This is the next bit of news.
Yeah, so like, Alex, he looks really good actually. To be fair, he looks a lot better than Street Fighter 5, and also the fact that he's like turned heel kind of thing. He's now like.
Is he a bad guy now? 10 out of 10 baddie.
Well, I think he's like in the wrestling world, he's like a bad guy and stuff, like kind of.
Oh, thing. Right. So he's a heel character within his. Okay, cool.
His sort of main sort of mission is to beat Ryu, I guess. To beat Ryu. Like the way the character moves and stuff, like his sort of look, like his was a bit janky in SF5. I think he looks a bit more polished in this.
I like the look of him. And also, I'm just glad that they're bringing a new grappler to the game.
Yeah,
we haven't had a new one since the game came out.
Yeah, like Manon, and that's
Manon's not really a grappler. She just has a command grab. That's it.
Yeah.
She has a command grab and a command grab super. Yeah. So, I don't know, not really. But it's cool. I'm glad. It's a good character, good new character coming to Street Fighter 6, but there's not really much more we can say on that. Ubisoft shares plunge after announcing 6 cancelled video games and losses.
Are any of these 6 cancelled video games Assassin's Creed? Because
they should cancel that one. That's the one they should be cancelling. No, so Ubisoft recently announced that their price, I've put Price of Persia, but I think I meant Prince of Persia, Sands of Time remake, alongside a bunch of other games, has been cancelled and announced that they expect to operate at a loss of $1 billion this year.
That's insane. Also,
don't announce that. If your investors are asking, just say things are going well. They're looking up.
Because we can sort of laugh at it and stuff.
I do, and I will.
But also, they cancelled the one game that everyone sort of wanted to play.
It's the only one we want. I don't want anything they're doing. The Sands of Time remake, I was actually excited for that. I was excited for an Ubisoft game for the first time in 20 years.
Well, since Rayman Legends, probably.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, crazy. On the Wii U. Following this announcement, though, their share price has plummeted by 33%, beating their previous record of 31%, which is just hilarious that things are so bad for them that people are keeping track of their record-breaking lows. But there we go. As for the other cancelled games, they were unannounced ones. But imagine you're a shareholder. Somebody's come to you and Ubisoft are going, look, we did have 6 games in the works. One of them was the only game that people give a fuck about. And we've cancelled 5 others, right? You're the shareholders. You're going, hang on, you've cancelled 6 games. That's all the games.
Yeah.
How many games could they be working on at this point? That's every game. Yeah, they've cancelled all the games.
Yeah, so what are they going to do now to make any more money? Probably.
I don't know, man. Pachinko machines?
Yeah, they might release some like more Rick and Morty skins.
Ubisoft console. Yeah, that's what we need, more Rick and Morty skins. We need Rick and Morty in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, I thought like
I love Rick and Morty.
I thought
funny.
I thought like that more like saturation on Rainbow Six Siege, innit? Yeah, or maybe like
we need a new Rainbow Six Siege hero who can turn into a plane, and who is part robot but also is a part gun.
Do you reckon Tom Clancy would like Siege?
Oh yeah, I mean he would love it. because Siege, as we all know, is a very realistic game that is bringing squad shooters to the realistic realm, which is why you've got a person that can clone themselves at will now. Very cool. Very cool.
Well, like some games are realistic and some are fun, but Rainbow Six Siege
Neither. It used to be good. Anyway, look, they've cancelled every game. So Ubisoft is not a game developer anymore. I don't know what they're going to be doing. Perhaps they're like Reggie Fils, and maybe they're going into the pizza market. I don't know. Because their logo sort of looks a bit like a pizza. Maybe
it does, yeah. No, but they could just release a new Rayman. That'd be good. Just for the people, just to save some.
But they don't make good games.
No, they don't.
They've been very clear about that. We're not getting any more Rayman, and Siege is not going to be good again.
All right, if
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is an all-time classic computer game. Yeah, that's why they're not releasing it, because that's a good one.
Yeah, that is good. That was
very clear.
That was too close to being a good game, I think.
Yeah. I think that's why they cancelled it. They were like, but we only release mid as fuck slop. So this game's looking good, guys. We better cancel it. 5 other games. That was going to be like Rain Man, the video game, and Rainbow Six 3 remake. Come on.
What if they've cancelled these 6 games and then plan to completely just make a game through AI? Using their Unity assets and that.
Yes, mate. Come on. That's the way. What if maybe because there was 5 games, right?
Yeah,
5 games and the Prince of Persia one. What if the 5 other games? Because we've got Rainbow Six, we've had that one. What if they were releasing Rainbow 1 through 5? Maybe that was what the 5 other cancelled games.
Well, I'm hoping that one of them was
because we haven't had Rainbow 1. They started with 6, which is very weird.
What about the rumoured Chaos Theory remake? I hope that's not involved in that. Man.
That might have been, because that's not announced, but it's been rumoured for a while. One of the greatest games ever. Fucking what happened to Ubisoft, man?
I know. It's a mark of quality.
Well, look, they're losing $1 billion this year. Let's hope they die.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe keep Ubisoft Montreal, get rid of main Ubisoft. That would be nice. Let Ubisoft Montreal do what they want.
Yeah. And then maybe change their name to something else.
And finally give us the prequels, Rainbow 1 through 5. Anyway, that is it for news. Shall we get on to what we've been playing?
Yeah.
Here, mate, what's your game? What's your game, mate? What's your game, mate?
Shut up!
What's your game?
Shut up!
What's your game? Here, mate, what's your game? What's your game? Pussy old dickhead.
So, we went to Battle by the Way. As listeners of this show may know, I've been going to university in Guildford at the age of 37 because I tried to be funny in school. I was saying to Sean that I wanted to get involved in a fighting game scene. You have been looking out for good things.
Yeah,
you discovered Battle by the Way. You spoke about it last episode, maybe?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And it's a really, really cool fighting game event that happens in Guildford.
The guy who runs it, Mowgli, he's very dedicated to what he does, to be honest, and he's got a lot of really good equipment, to make things, ensure that things run smoothly as well.
All this equipment, I'm fairly certain he has made himself. So one of the things that Sean told me about, and I didn't realise was quite as cool as it was that the geezer's got so the whole thing is streamed, which is fucking awesome. The whole thing has its own stage with a big screen so we can watch all the matches. I mean, the production level is on par with some of the games at VS Fighting, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's really, really cool. He's got a mixing desk that he streams from, a big screen that the game is projected onto. And you told me about the way Sean put it, he said he's got the main PC that he does all this from is in a briefcase.
Yeah.
But it's cooler than that. It's in sort of a hard case, like a toolbox, and he's built the PC inside. It's got a screen built in, so you just open it up, and that's the main PC he uses. But he's also got another one of those self-built case PCs that he was using to... What was it? Arcana Heart? No. Yeah. Was it Arcana Heart?
Oh, no,
Melty Blood.
There was Melty Blood going on.
Yeah, so we had another one for the Melty Blood tournament that was there. And then in addition to that, must have been about 12 mini PCs capable of running Tekken 8 at the highest settings.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, I was playing last time I went. I was playing Soul Calibur 6 on the top settings,
I mean, I said this when we're there, and I'm going to send this to Battle by the Way on Discord because I'm part of that group now. But I said this, and Mowgli, if you're listening, I mean this. We're very, very lucky to have him, and the fact that he's running that tournament with the equipment he is, because most amateur tournaments wouldn't be as slick and well made as that one.
It was it's quite a comfortable setting as well. Like you're in a function room of a pub.
Mm-hmm. Can order food and beers if you want, and
you get the people just deliver food and beers to you to the function.
I mean, that's ideal. I never wanted to leave. And the games they play there, so they play. They have others that circulate in from time to time, but they play Granblue Fantasy versus Guilty Gear and Tekken 8. Yeah. Oh, and Melty Blood.
And Melty Blood is a side tourney.
And I suspect that Melty Blood is Mowgli's favourite game. Because
definitely, yeah. It's one that does get played at Evo, though. To be fair, so
it looks like a great game. I've never played it, but I was watching a few people playing, and it looks like a lot of fun. But they play a modded version, Community Edition, which I guess is the main one that people play.
I guess so, yeah. It's cool though,
but what I found funny was that if you watch the streams, the finals of Granblue, Guilty Gear, and Tekken 8 are streamed, but for Melty Blood, the entire thing is. So it's like it's clearly his favourite. But I like that. He's got a favourite game. He's obviously got a type. Like he likes anime fighters and he likes Tekken 8, and those are the games. That's the event he's setting up for people. Yeah, and I respect that.
Like Tekken 8 is the most anime normal game, isn't it? Like,
yeah. That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah. So we got into playing Granblue Fantasy Versus as a result because we just saw the tournament was happening. It was a week before it was happening. Sean messaged me like, "Let's play this fucking game." So that we'd have something to play there. And look, everyone there was super nice. They got me onto... Thing is, because we only played for about a week, obviously we got slaughtered, didn't we?
Yeah, but we just wanted to see the lay of the land, really.
To meet everyone, go and have fun. That was it. Yeah. And that's what we did.
We actually did have a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And it's the good thing is, as a newcomer of the game, playing so many people that were very good at it was like we'd probably spent a week on it. Neither of us had even had time to look up a guide, watch a video, anything like this. We were just playing on instinct, basically.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot by going there.
Yeah, we did.
And playing with other people.
I actually learned a hell of a lot. I think I just improved just from going from that to that tourney.
Same. I mean, for one, we learned that, and we'll get to Granblue Fantasy in a minute, but learned that jump-ins are utterly useless in that game and never to do them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say, if anyone, I know that we do have a couple of listeners that are from Guildford or near Guildford, so if you are nearby, they're trying to do it on the last Sunday of every month. It's called Battle by the Way. Really easy to get to from the train station, really slick setup. They tend to play really good, fun games, and everyone there was so nice as well. Everyone I chatted to was just like... for example, I played one guy and then he immediately got me on. There's this Granblue Fantasy versus Discord where new players can be teamed up with kind of like training partners.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, very nice that he directed me towards there. But I've played a lot of fighting games and I'll hopefully just get better without it. But the fact that he showed me that option was very nice, and I thought everyone was really, really cool. And a lot of very impressive arcade sticks and levelesses. Yeah,
a lot. Yeah, some of the ones were very just built from the ground up.
Well, this is it.
That's a bit scary, to be honest.
When somebody's made a complete custom controller, they're probably going to be quite good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. It's stupid, but you can sort of judge it a bit.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
But I played...
Although, people would be wrong in, because I got Victrix. From a couple of episodes ago, we mentioned it, but I've got a Victrix Pro FS.
Yeah, but that intimidates people.
It does intimidate people, but
then they play you.
They would be wrong in saying.
Well, it was funny because actually kind of disappointing because I played against a lady who was playing... I can't remember all the character names. There's a lot of characters in Granblue, but that little one that has the really long crown.
I do.
I can't remember her fucking name. Anyway, I played against her, and then at the end of the game, because she had this really, really fucking slick-looking leveless, and I was like, "Where did you get that from?" And she goes, "Oh, it's a custom build," and I'm like, "Fuck." So I might have to... No more buying controllers. I bought another one recently. But nonetheless, it was a very, very cool event. If you're in Guildford, do go to it. Battle by the Way. But it's also watch the stream. I was watching the Guilty Gear finals when I got home. and it was really entertaining.
But yeah, I mean, I'll play Guilty Gear occasionally.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was just funny because at the end of Granblue Fantasy Versus is a very, very fun game, and that's what we went there to play. And it's just the second that, because Guilty Gear was being played after that, right? And I played Granblue. We played Granblue against everyone, right? And it was a hell of a lot of fun. But we noticed when Guilty Gear came on, everyone locked the fuck in, didn't they? The hype. And I suspect that for a lot of people, Tekken 8 and Guilty Gear are their main games there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, it's all good. It's all good. And we'll get to that. Now that we've mentioned it enough, let's talk about Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. As I mentioned, we only played this for about a week before Battle by the Way, but then we have picked it up and been playing it. God, it's not even that long now, is it? But another week.
yeah. We haven't really had much time with it. But I will say, it's a really good game. I mean, I think it's a very underrated fighting game, to be honest.
It really is. And it has a decent player base, but I would still say it's underrated. It deserves much more love than it gets. For those that don't know, it is a fighting game spin-off of Cygames' mobile game Granblue Fantasy. And I won't get into that, but it's actually, it was a gacha game before gacha games were meaningless, mindless crap, and it's quite good. Actually had Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobuo Uematsu on board.
Yeah,
which is mental for a mobile game.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Cygames hired Arc System Works, who make very, very good fighting games, to make a fighting game spin-off.
This was before all their fighting games were quite similar.
Yeah. And this one is very different in that. So it's all the characters from that gacha game, and obviously with certain gacha games, the mentality is pretty good where they need to really differentiate each character so that people want to collect them. And as a result, Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising has a very diverse cast of characters, right?
Yeah,
and very cool designs.
Cool designs. So a lot of them are like archetypes from like traditional fighting games, but like you've got different themes and stuff. I'm playing a ninja character who has a shark friend.
Yes, who's called Meg, aka short for Megalodon. I just love it because a lot of them are waifus as well, and that's the type of character that I like to play because I'm a huge weeb.
It's not overly waifu though. I don't know.
It isn't, and there are some characters that are just very traditionally cool as well, right?
Yeah,
and a lot of them are based on actual myths. Like you've got Lancelot, but in this he's wearing fiery armor and has a jagged fiery sword,
and Cagliostro as well.
Yeah, because Cagliostro was a alchemist, right?
Yeah.
From the 18th century, so he's like a real person, right? Who was an alchemist, and
supposedly the original alchemist,
and a quote unquote adventurer when that was still a job. In this little sort of anime girl that could easily fit into Madoka Magica, I just love that. It's this is the interpretation they made, and those were kind of the early characters within the mobile game. But and then you get the later ones like Meg, your one, and Anila, who's a character cool, entirely based around rams, which is, I don't know, I love it. If it sounds twee, it's not quite as twee as you might think. There are some twee characters. But anyway, it
strikes a good balance.
It does. And the whole game is, by the way, move away from your mic ever so slightly, just a tiny bit. But anyway, the whole game is based around, so you have auto combos, and you have a light, medium, and heavy one, and then you have special moves which are on a cooldown, right? Now, if you're a traditional fighting game fan, do keep listening, because it sounds bad, but actually it manages to strike a balance in the... You can do, with your special moves, you can do the motion inputs to get a better version of it, but with an increased cooldown.
It's better to use that most of the time. Besides, if you don't use the motion inputs, that's probably best when you're doing the light version of each move.
Yes, exactly. Because I think for the most part, I'm not entirely certain on this, but if you just press the special move button and a direction, you can do any of the special moves, but it is usually the light version of it.
Yeah.
So if you want to do the medium and heavy, you do the motion input. So you do quarter circle, forward and heavy, whatever. But the way they've also, it's not only that you get a stronger version with increased cooldown, but usually the mechanics are ever so slightly different. For example, with Cagliostro, who I main, she's got a teleport move. If I press down and special, she'll do the teleport move and teleport back a backdash amount, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if I press down heavy, she'll teleport towards the enemy and hit them, right? So like often when you do the motion inputs, actually even what you're doing is ever so slightly different to necessitate using the motion inputs. So it's like, though you've got auto combos, a lot of it is actually skill based as well.
Where it plays a lot similarly to Darkstalkers, really.
Yeah, a hell of a lot like Darkstalkers, which is an early anime fighter. And I wouldn't say that Granblue Fantasy Versus is full anime fighter, despite the way it looks. It's got. I saw somebody on Reddit say this recently, but it was like they said that it's got more in common with Street Fighter than it does Blaze Blue, for example.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. That's probably why I like it, to be honest.
Exactly. And I would say that what it is a very, very deep fighting game with simplified inputs, but actually to pull off shit in the game isn't simple. Is that a fair way of putting it?
Yeah. I think
And I also just love, like, not only just the game, but also, like, the presentation of the menus and stuff, and how there's shit to unlock for your little avatar character. You level up your character whether or not you win or lose, and unlock stuff for your main as well. So you might unlock new colours, new weapons. Like, I've currently got Cagliostro, her weapon is a book, right? Because she's an alchemist, or in this case, she just summons gold from nowhere most of the time. But I've got a little sort of romantic book that is like a different weapon that I got. So you can see when she's doing her super, it's like a bunch of handsome anime lads sort of like romancing each other. And like there's like you can unlock weapons for all the characters and loads of different stuff. So like I unlocked the romance book, but I also got like her normal book and then one that was like a gold one with a lock on it and stuff like this. But loads of customization, loads of options. There's a weird sub-game that's a bit like Fall Guys for some reason, called Granblue.
Yeah, but it's pretty dead though.
I know. And actually, let me say this. One of the best things about the game, you can unlock characters with in-game currency.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
No other game is doing that.
Well, I unlocked Meg with in-game currency, so...
But I was so sure that I wouldn't be able to unlock characters with in-game currency that when I first saw there was a shop to spend your rupees in, I bought a bunch of colours and weapons and portraits.
Yeah, I bought...
Because I thought it was going to be all that you spend money on.
Yeah, but I've bought some of that. There's like 3 stages you can buy. I bought all of those. Music as well. And obviously, like, some of the original colours are a bit lacking. So I thought like one blue and one green colour for Meg that's really cool. So
the alternate colours are really nice. But yeah, the trouble, what I'm trying to do is now, I spent $5,000 of rupees, and then I got to where the rupee shop is laid out. Like characters are at the very bottom.
Yeah,
I got to the bottom. I was like, oh, cool! I can spend money on this.
So special things. Or
yeah, and I got there, and I was like, I wanted because 2B from Nier Automata is in it, and I really wanted to unlock her, and I was like, fuck. And the exact amount I needed to get her was $5,000 more than I had.
Oh,
so had I not spent that money, I would have got a free fucking character.
That's annoying, man.
But yeah, really, really good game. It's a deep fighting game that has some things simplified.
So worth a try, considering there's a free version of it out there.
There's a free version, and it's sort of a bit like League of Legends, where you get Gran and... the fuck is her name? The other main character from the Granblue mobile game. Gran, and her name is not Blue. It should be. But anyway, the other main character. Those are free, and they're both good, viable characters. And then the other characters rotate out, and you can spend in-game currency to unlock them.
It updates based on tournaments.
Yeah, so there we go. There's a free version, and we got the £15 version, which comes with most of the characters.
Yeah, we did.
Really, really good. Really good game. And I can't... we're going to be playing it a lot because we want to keep going back to Battle by the Way, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's go on to the next game. Guilty Gear Strive.
Right. I don't really...
I spoke to a guy at Battle by the Way, and he just said, and he made a very, very good point. He said he mains Tekken 8, but when he comes to this tournament, he plays every game. He'll enter any tournament because he gets to have fun playing a game, and he gets to sort of get better at playing a game, and that's that. And so we saw everyone locking into Guilty Gear, and we said, okay, we're going to main Granblue Fantasy Versus, but Guilty Gear's there and everyone enjoys playing it. Let's get a little bit involved so we can play in the tournaments, watch the tournaments. We're not going to take it that seriously, but we're going to play it. We got home that night. We played it.
Didn't really enjoy it at all, really. It's very...
it's almost...
Like, sort of, I don't know, man.
It's like the polar opposite of Granblue Fantasy Versus, where that is a deep fighting game that remains deep despite simplifying some mechanics. Guilty Gear is like... quite God, I'm sending this to the
complicated mechanics, but a very shallow game.
Yeah, it's more. I would say that maybe the game. It's hard to put it in a way that's not going to annoy people. I don't want to call the game necessarily shallow, but I would say that maybe the inputs and the way that you fight is shallow, and the game becomes more about outwitting your opponent and moving in certain ways. Right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's almost like the one-on-one fighter equivalent. If Smash Brothers wasn't a platform fighter and was a fighting game, I feel like the Guilty Gear would kind of be what it is.
Execution's at the top of instead of like, neutral and stuff, execution's probably the top thing about Guilty Gear. Like being good at being better at your opponent. I'll probably, that's it.
Is it though, really? I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't say...
it's all about speed, isn't it?
It's about...
moving and positioning.
Moving, positioning, and strategy. I would say that's at the top of the list. Execution's quite low, in my opinion.
I don't know, because...
No, I reckon there's going to be loads and loads of stuff that's really difficult to pull off. And I know there's loads of different systems in the game. For those that don't know, Guilty Gear is an anime fighter.
I don't think there's really anything that's difficult to pull off, though. I just think that
maybe some of the combos are?
It just requires a lot of speed, I think.
Speed, yeah. So it's execution in a different way.
Yeah.
Right? And if that's your cup of tea, that's good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it.
That's nice.
And we said this when we played it. It's not a bad game. But the thing is, it's just that
I can't really vibe with the look or the characters.
Did you know what? That's the one bit I like about it.
A lot of people love that. I mean, even you. So
I really like the look of it. I really like the characters. It's cheesy as fuck, but it's really cool to look at, in my opinion. But I would say that, like, you say execution, but when people think about execution in fighting games, they usually think about combos, motion inputs, stringing things together.
I think speed is definitely part of it.
It has to be. And look, in this, it's like good movement and moving around, similarly to how you would play Smash Bros. Melee is a big part of the game.
Like seeing how pros, I mean, like you've been to like a few tournaments, seeing how pros like quickly execute stuff. Like,
and I guess that's like where because to be honest, it's just a matter of taste, isn't it? If that's what you like, and this is probably why Leffen, likes Melee and Guilty Gear, because from a philosophical or game design point of view, or game design philosophy, they're roughly equivalent.
I don't,
what I mean?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just that was sort of like, I know what we can do, right, is pick a character and probably get our asses kicked, but have fun playing it at Battle by the Way. And we're not saying it's a bad game, right? All we're saying is that it's kind of different to what we're into, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always sort of been like a fan of the old ones. But also like I really enjoyed Blaze Blue, so if they could release one of those, that'd be
when
good.
It comes to ArcSys games, those tend to be the ones I like too, right?
Yeah.
And so with this, they simplified it. It's got a fairly sizable and decent audience, and they put their focuses elsewhere within the game, right? And I can understand that. And if people vibe with it, good. It's just I don't that much. But I know what we can do is play it and just have a nice time fucking around and having some fun, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Casually, very casually getting better at our characters and enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
But-
Also, another thing I really don't like that I don't know you probably like is the music. Like,
Oh yeah, see, this is where so I think the whole vibe of the game you don't like. Like, game design aside, the vibe of the game doesn't click with you in a way that it does with me.
the animation's excellent.
But I
I'll
love
say
the
that.
music, man. I fucking love it. I love the way the game looks.
I'd probably like the music if I heard it like separately from the game, innit?
See, I'm struggling. Maybe that's it. Because it also does have quite a lot of incongruence between the different types of music there in the game.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of jazz music in it, then a lot of death metal, then a lot of hair metal. Like,
And indie as well.
it's weird. But I will say this. Like I said, I like the vibe of the game and I like the look of it. And that's a big part of getting into a fighting game is finding something that you vibe with and a character that relates to you or one that you think is cool, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's usually how people get into a fighting game. And I saw this character called ABA. I think they just call her ABBA in game. And a lot of people, like, on the Battle By The Way group, were talking about it. And I said, look, I think she's cool. I want to play her. But I've seen on tier lists it's mainly a counterpick thing. Like, she's not really one you would main. But then I'm not going to be taking this game super seriously anyway. So should I just pick her because I think she looks cool? And everyone was like, yeah, just do that. Fuck it.
Well, I like Slayer. He's like a vampire guy, an old vampire guy.
So you found one that you like?
And then May as well. Like, I might pick her up, I guess. Like, she's a charge character.
No. Wait.
She's a charge character.
No, because I might end up settling on her, to be honest with you. But anyway, and this ABA character.
You said you were going back. You said you were. No, but you said you weren't. No, you said you were like you didn't really. You were going to go to this new character and that.
Yeah, and then I tried it, Sean. That's what I was about to fucking say.
Okay, but like try a bit more.
Let me tell you this though, Sean. Like the mechanics around ABBA, I don't know. Anyway, her mechanics, right? The whole thing is that she's really, really slow and clunky, right? So her weapon is like a massive key.
Oh wow!
And like if you dash with it, right, she has to drag it very slowly across the screen until you manage to like. I don't know what the fucking law reason is behind it, but you have to like suck ink out of things, right? Once you do that, she becomes incredibly fast and versatile. But until you do that, she's really slow and clunky, right? She's got a dash, a proper dash, but you have to input quarter circle back and kick to do it.
Historically, how many characters do you know that like have to power themselves up in fighting games? Like any good? Probably like.
Well, this is it, and I didn't realize that about her until I started playing her.
Yeah.
But guess the way you have to power up, right?
What's her? Wow.
It's not like a case of like like Jamie in Street Fighter where you can just drink his drink. Like you have to find a little moment here and there. You have to hit the opponent with a command grab.
Oh, okay,
it's fucking horrific, and like
command grabs are difficult to hit anyway. Though.
Then imagine that your character is like they're walking through a lake of honey when like it's so difficult. I played a few games online, and I was like, I'm sure there are probably ABBA players out there that are like, there's this strategy you're missing. Bear in mind, I've only played about an hour of the game, but I was like, I did manage to get the command grab and get the ink thing happening. But it was only sort of when the opponent was stupid enough to come close, right?
Does she not have any gap closers then? Or?
There's one, but it sort of functions as a normal dash before you're powered up, right? Okay, yeah. So your dash becomes quarter circle back and kick when you're not powered up, and you have to get powered up. See, I think it would be cool if she could power up by not having to interact with the enemy player. That would be perfect, but unfortunately, that's the way she works. So, the only other character that I think looks really fucking cool is Lucy from Cyberpunk, and she's low tier.
Okay,
but I'm not taking the game too seriously. I'm going to pick a low tier character and have fun. That's it.
All right, that sounds good.
But
so
also,
May's up for grabs then?
Maybe. I'm going to buy Lucy, test her out, and if she's not, I'm settling on May. End of story.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, look. The thing
That's
is,
cool. I don't mind. I just like charge characters, really, innit? So.
is she the only one? There must be others, right?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Anyway, look, it depends. Your mileage may vary. I think this has an audience, and it's people that are into something a bit different, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think we can have fun playing it there. That's Guilty Gear.
In a way.
Yes. By the way.
Nice.
Thank you.
See what you did there, man.
Right, let's get on to Parking Garage Rally Circuit.
Yes.
On another level.
Yeah.
Fucking mate. This might be, I know it's early, this might be my game of the year.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
What a fucking game.
Yeah.
Sean, describe what it is.
it's basically they've taken sort of the formula from sort of early 3D arcade racing games like Sega Rally, Daytona USA, and complete with like grainy graphics.
Yeah, there's different graphics settings, so you can make it look like arcade, Saturn, PC port.
Yeah,
Fucking cool.
Even that references virtual racing. The Switch port of virtual racing.
It isn't. I'm sorry to say. You did mention this to me, that those graphic settings were a reference. They're not, unfortunately.
Oh, they're not.
The Switch port of virtual racing is completely separate from the Saturn or arcade releases. It happens to be the best version, but in the arcade and Saturn, the whole level doesn't load in at once. It does it. What do you call it when the level appears out of nowhere? Look, it doesn't matter anyway.
I know, like the draw distance.
Yes, but the actual parts of the track are loading in the original arcade release of Virtua Racing pop up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's actually loading in pieces of the level, whereas the Switch port loads in the entire level, making that shortcut on the beginner stage possible on the Switch version, which was never possible on the arcade. It's a different version, but you can't switch to the Saturn version.
So it's not well liked. Oh yeah, we're getting.
No, it isn't. Well, everyone says the Switch version's the definitive one. Look, but Parking Garage Rally Circuit, yes, it has a different graphics modes.
Yeah. I mean, has loads of settings you can do before the game, but I mean,
So it's a drift-based classic arcade racer inspired by Sega Rally and Daytona USA, about racing around very tight spaces, all of which are parking garages.
Yeah,
Where we call them car parks in this country.
Yeah, we do. And sort of areas surrounding, like, sort of car
Yeah, I mean, it
parks.
gets a bit weird later on, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
they like some of the later levels, it's like the car park and the nearby mall, or a car park and a rainbow scaffolding suspended in the air by helicopters.
I really like the Minnesota level where it was a car park, like a really snowy car park.
Oh, that is such a good level.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, one of the things that they've done here that those classic arcade racers do, Virtua Racing, right, for example, has 3 courses, 1 car, and it's perfect. It's a perfect game, in my opinion. It just gets the courses exactly right, the driving mechanics exactly right. This game has 12 courses and 3 cars, right?
Yeah.
But it's a home release, so that's to be understood. But what they've done right is that some of these courses might be some of my favourite courses I've ever seen in a racing game, and
Yeah,
that stand up with the classic 90s and 2000s arcade races, specifically the San Francisco level. I think that is on par with the Daytona USA levels. I think it's on par with the Virtua Racing levels. It is a literal perfect racing level, in my opinion.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think that is probably the best course. That and the Chicago Marina are the 2 best courses.
Oh, that is a belter of a course.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's essentially one.
And you got a really sick ska soundtrack.
I hate ska music, but
it really fits with the
it
game.
does, and it's one of those that's like, I hate Offspring, but I wouldn't have Crazy Taxi without it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's one of those that's like, I fucking hate ska, but it's just for some reason this game made me love those tunes, and that was just when we came in there. That's the one I was singing. The level I've mainly played is the San Francisco one, but I've completed all of them. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, it is such a banger of a game, and like you essentially, I think the game is at its best, not with the 2 cars that you unlock. I kind of see those as like different modes entirely. The car that you start with, I think, is the standard mode for the game, right?
I think so.
It's a little, I would say, Golf GTI type car.
Yeah.
And it's where it fits the game most because you're drifting around very, very tight corners. They're in car parks, right? So the main mechanic of the game is just very simple. Like it's arcadey type racing, and if you drift around a corner, you get a boost. If you chain a boost onto another boost, you go faster and faster, and that is seemingly infinite.
Yeah. I mean,
I got an achievement for getting a car 200 miles per hour above its intended speed.
Yeah, I've done that once in my whole time playing it, but
the only way the
game's. I've got a good point to make about that.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. No, I was just thinking like the game sort of governs itself in that way, because if you're going too fast, the physics get sort of mental, innit?
Yeah, exactly. So, and that is such a good point because the courses themselves mitigate that mechanic. They haven't done anything to limit the amount of times you can boost. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Right? But you've
got checkpoints and the physics of the way.
Checkpoints and the physics. So you have to go through the checkpoints, and I will keep going on about it because I've spent probably about 15 hours playing this fucking level. But on the San Francisco level, there's that part just after the beginning when you have to go around a 180 bend up a hill, right?
Yeah.
If you do it too fast, your car will hit the wall and it will go flying. That's the run over, right? Yeah. But it's impossible on lap 1. But on lap 2, when you chained boosts for a full fucking lap, you are in danger of going too fast up that one. So, like you said, the game governs itself. What you've got to do is hold the drift until you get to the top of the ramp, then use the boost because that's the safe area to do it. And so, like, figuring out those parts of the levels it's so much fun. It is one of the best racing games I've ever played.
Yeah,
and I know there's a bit of recency bias in there, but I love these types of games, and I've played plenty of trash ones over the years, and this is, in my opinion, a masterpiece.
But yeah, exactly. I mean, you've also got like split screen as well, split screen racing. But we've been.
No, let's not talk about this.
You can,
no, we don't need to.
Yeah, like we've been.
No, we don't need to.
We've been racing each other's ghosts and that on the San Francisco level, and I set a time originally 1:28.
1:28.
Harrison comes back like full 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's a big deal in this game, though. Try even getting a second low. I beat Sean by a full 5 seconds. You know what I did? Is that I had a day off. My wife took my son to IKEA, and I've gone right. I've got 3 hours here. I'm gonna lock in. I'm fucking beating Sean's. It was tough. It was tough beating your 1:28. I beat it by full 5 seconds. Got 1:23. Sent Sean the video, and I was convinced because I then that afternoon I was trying to get my time even lower, and I was convinced you are not going to fucking do it. There's no way you can beat a 1:21. And every time I came back onto Steam, I see Sean's playing Parking Garage Rally Circuit, and I'm like, shit. He's coming for me. But I was still like, it's not going to fucking happen.
I was probably going.
I took blood, sweat, and tears to get that fucking 120.
You know, like I had to study your video and see where you went wrong, and it just sucked.
Well, when you first watched it, you sent me a message like no mistakes, and I didn't want to say anything like. I know I could have done better here on the level, but because I didn't want to give you any tips to try and get so that you would beat it. Because there was that point. There is a point where there's a point on the level where you go back down into the garage and there's that metal beam in the way, and you kind of if you're on later laps because you're going so fast, you have to hit the wall to slow you down. But you can still chain a boost even though you've hit the wall. You can chain a boost off it, and there was a point where on the third lap, I failed to chain that boost. And I was like, I knew it, but I didn't want to tell you because I was like...
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that happened on the third lap. So I sort of realised if I am ahead of you on the second lap, then I've won it.
Yeah, because all you need to do is do that part of the third lap perfectly, and then you've done it. That's it. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I got better by studying someone else's Ghost. What I did is I just put the top time in the world on there, and I was racing against him, and I noticed the biggest thing in that 3-hour play session where I managed to beat your time by 5 seconds was getting a boost the second the race starts. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Because you can essentially, to get the boost, listeners, you need to drift, right? And I just noticed that the guy, even though there's not a turn right at there almost is, but even though there's not a turn right at the beginning of the level, I just immediately start drifting, get a little boost, but then steer out of it. And then that's when you can just start chaining boosts the second the fucking race starts.
If you start the race and turn left straight away as well, that cuts off.
Yeah, totally. And also get to the point where with the checkpoints, you don't actually need to go through the little barriers. You, as long as you hit the little barrier, right?
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is just flying through them. Have you watched the world record run for that level?
I don't want to yet.
Mate, because I would say,
if you beat my time, I'll probably, that's when I'm gonna like.
Well, this is it. I watched it, and I'll just tell you this: the manner in which he beats the level is luck based, unfortunately. So you know, like as you get to the top of the garage, and then there's that bit where you fly through the air. What he does,
I've tested it.
He flies to the right and goes immediately down.
Yeah.
Anyway, this won't mean anything to the listeners, but he skips a huge part of the level.
Yeah, there's an accidental jump there. It's luck based. There's not a lot of consistency to it.
No, that's what I spent when you beat my time. I spent loads of time trying to get that.
I tested it for like a good half an hour.
It's really hard.
I got it twice, and one of those I was facing the wrong way. So it's like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was what happened to me. I got it like maybe 5 times, and but you have to. It's luck as to whether or not you're facing the wrong way, and if you're facing the right way, you need to have the wherewithal and have your like wits about you to start driving straight away and drift instantly, because otherwise you're not going to get the correct speed. But yeah, it is a fantastic game. And speaking about, you know, the other levels, like they're really weird and really wacky and very, very fun for taking, like, working on your own times and getting better and better. I mean, like, you have one where there's a power cut and you're driving in the dark. You have one where you're driving on a rainbow bridge suspended over the parking garage. You've got, like, I don't know. I think the more pure levels where it's just a parking garage are my favourites, but even the wackier ones are good. And if it's a cheap game, and if you like classic arcade races, you'll love this.
I will mention a couple of things about
mod support.
Mod support, number one. So I think that the other classes of cars, like you say, the first car is the main game, but the mod support, I think the 2 other classes of cars are probably for those, because you can, a lot of people have converted maps from other really good racing games.
Yeah, like the third car that you get it feels unwieldy on the main levels of the game, but once you put it into the Crash Team Racing levels that are available in the game, because of gracious modders, that's when it starts to feel really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Get that third car in the Crash Team Racing levels. It's really, really fun.
It's probably for that. So when I'm probably going to set some times on those levels. I mean, that's what I thought, because I played Delfino Plaza from Mario Kart DS, and it felt like I needed a better car, and I was right.
The scale is different. That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's
the trouble. The courses on the main game are very small.
Yeah.
And the Crash Team Racing ones, I don't remember this, but they're actually quite big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
quite
wide.
open.
Secondly, major update coming this year.
Oh, come on.
So it's a DX version, and so you've got cars. So you've got like car parks in vaguely European areas, like sort of like classic arcade games. You know, like they've got a whole a set of 12 European ones coming out.
Hell yeah. I mean, that is going to be amazing. It's might be my game of the year so far. Absolutely love it. Right, let's get on to our individual games. So I've been playing Deathsmiles. You know what people say about I had a Christmas break from uni coming up, and I was like, I wanted to finally complete Claire Obscure. and then like people say you don't choose your Christmas game chooses you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And Deathsmiles is a gothic-themed shoot 'em up by Cave, who make the best shoot 'em ups, and it's known for being one of the easier one-credit clears. So that's putting in the equivalent of putting in 1 coin into the arcade and beating it in one go. Basically, it's known for being one of the easier ones. And I won't talk too much about this because I did a video about my 1 credit clear and commentated over it on our YouTube channel. I mainly wanted to keep this in so people go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, because we're going to hopefully do more of that stuff. I will say this about it: it's known for being one of the easiest cave clears. It's not. It's well, I won't say it is actually, to be fair, but it's not an easy game. I'll put it that way.
In terms of side-scrolling shooters, probably not one of the easy ones, to be fair.
Yeah,
So,
but it's not an easy game. It just happens to be easier on the cave scale.
It depends what route you take, but you made some of the more difficult choices that, I mean, I didn't really make when I played it. Maybe a couple because I was more comfortable, but
so you get to pick your route. So you get throughout the game, you have to choose. You choose your route out of 6 stages, right? And then there's a 7th final one. And the stages are like, you have to pick 2 level 1s, 2 level 2s, and 2 level 3s. You can do that in any order you want. And my one concluded with level 3 Volcano, which is a fucking nightmare. And that was the biggest sticking point for the entire game. As you said, I picked maybe a non-optimal route.
Yeah.
But I played as Rosa, who is the second easiest. The version I was playing was the Mega Black Label Edition. And it's basically a remix of the original, where all of the best arcade players in the world had suggested things to Cave to change about the game, notably making it more difficult in areas but easier to score. And I will say one of the things I do with shmups is I don't tend to look at guides and look up mechanics. I like discovering it for myself. And I think that maybe why people think Deathsmiles is such an easy clear is because they're going on the information shared by people playing the game for 20 years, right? And not like me, where I go into the game and I just feel everything out, figure out how things work, right? Yeah. And maybe that's why it took me so long to beat. But it was always one of those ones that I could get to the end level very consistently on 1 credit. And I would say to myself, well, it's just a matter of time. I just need to grind it out. And so as a result, I sort of would just get bored of the grind. And over Christmas, I just thought, fuck it, I'm going to do this now. And I fucking did it. And I will say that unlike other very, very difficult cave games, when I got to the end, my heart wasn't in my chest. I wasn't fully adrenalized. It was one of the easier ones, and mainly because of the hyper system, where if you get enough point scoring items, you can hyper, and then you become very, very powerful, and you get more and more points because you're on hyper, and getting a certain amount of points gets you an extra life. And what happened was I ended up getting 2, something I've never done before, which allowed me to clear the run. Just got enough points. I just made it all about points and using the hyper the second that I got it. See, usually on other cave games, I save the hyper for the bosses to make them easier. And I realised that in this game, don't do that. Just use it whenever. You'll get shitloads of points. And that kind of, it doesn't trivialise it, but it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And it was something I never knew about the game. I've been playing it for, how long? 25 years? On and off.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to go in it without that knowledge. Sometimes I'm like, I have to know these things, so I'm going to study them. But sometimes, it's quite fun to not do that.
I just think the discovery is part of the fun for me. And I feel like I looked up a guide for Moshihime-sama, which was probably my first 1cc of a shmup. No, I think it was. And I was kind of gutted that I did, because there's a secret broken strategy in that game that I ended up using, and I was really kind of disappointed that it trivializes certain parts of the game, and I didn't want to do that with Deathsmiles. But when I discovered that, I was like, I've literally been playing this entire fucking game wrong my entire life. The whole game I've been playing. Anyway, just a cracking game. I did a YouTube video about it. Go and subscribe and have a look at that, because it is actually, I don't know, it's quite entertaining. If you want to learn how to once you see the game yourself, I don't go too much into the nitty gritty. I just talk about my thinking and my strategy. So it's
a nice guide if you want to complete the game, to be fair.
So fair enough.
Go check it out.
I've got 3 other games. I'll just go through them very, very quickly. House of Necrosis. This is
House of Necrosis.
House of Necrosis. Best fucking £10 I've spent in a while. It is a traditional mystery dungeon / roguelike game, but it's Resident Evil. So Sean,
yeah, of course.
you know, you don't like the ASCII art graphics games that look way too primitive. This is PS1 styled Resident Evil roguelike game. I don't know how mystery dungeon games usually work, but if I compare it to, say, NetHack, right, where you've got like infinite floors, you're trying to get as far as you can, this, that, and the other. With House of Necrosis, you have different areas, each of which is 5 floors, so you're exploring the mansion. You explore different parts of the mansion, all of which are their own sort of 5-level sets, and you have to kind of get through it like that. The way that separates it from a traditional roguelike is that you get spells throughout the game, right? And they look like Final Fantasy VII spells when they animate, which is fucking cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Those you keep even if you die, but otherwise you lose all your equipment. The other thing is, between runs, let's say, for example, you're midway through a run, you think, fuck, I'm fucked. You can use an item to get out of the dungeon and go back to the middle of the mansion, where, like in Resident Evil, there's a little safe box that you can put items in to deposit that you can use on later runs, which is the 2 deviations they make from the format, right?
That's a good idea, yeah.
Really, really cool. Love it. And there's a merchant as well. I've currently only got to the second area, which is the garden, but it's Resident Evil, but a roguelike. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
No, it's a good idea.
£10, looks amazing, plays amazing. The other one is Chrono Trigger DS.
Is that a good port?
It's the best port.
Okay.
Yeah, it's widely known for being the best port. I mean, for those that don't know what Chrono Trigger is, it's a game sort of made by the best people, JRPG made by the best people in the industry at the time. It had Hironobu Sakaguchi designing it, who designed, the old Final Fantasy games. And it had Yasunori Mitsuda doing the music and Akira Toriyama doing the character designs. I mean, it's like...
And it also comes from, like, one of the best eras. Well, probably the best.
Squaresoft, when they were at their best, in their prime.
And also, like, when just, like, companies were putting out, like, really good RPGs all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and this is a very, very good game. It's a JRPG all about time travel. The DS port, I mean, probably everyone knows what it is. The DS port is notable because it keeps all the information off the screen and keeps it clean, and you have it on the bottom screen instead.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's good.
It does include a new dungeon as well, and like a sort of gladiator trial mode, which is kind of cool if you're into that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can get like some new weapons and stuff like that.
Shit like that. And I just think it's just a very, very good port. And if you haven't played Chrono Trigger, play the DS one is all I would say. I mean, the one thing that surprised me about it, Sean, is that I remember it being very, very story heavy the last time I played it. And the last time I played it was when I was in my old flat. So that must have been 17 years ago. Yeah,
I mean, I guess for that time it was. I mean...
But actually, it's got more in common, I would say, with like Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy 1, where a lot of the game is exploring.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah, definitely.
Like speaking to townspeople, they'll give you a clue. You go and do this thing, and it's not really like dialogue heavy in terms of like.
I could be honest. I played it like 25 years ago, and that is actually what I remember.
Yeah, so it's got sort of more like adventure game vibes to it. Explore, go to different times and figure out how to do shit. Like I'm on the bit where Frog, who is a really, really good character, but I'm at the bit where you have to repair his legendary blade to get him to kill somebody in the past so that something in the future doesn't happen. And I just thought I'll go to this cave, get the part of the legendary blade, bring it back to Frog, and he's like, nah, I can't do it. And the solution for it is that you have to get his other part of it, then bring it to this legendary blacksmith 1,000 years in the future, then bring it back to him. And it's like, you just have to explore and figure shit out, right? Or play it with a guide, up to you. But I play it on the train when I'm going to uni, and I just play it a little bit and figure stuff out and just explore. It's a good game. It's a very, very good game.
It is a good game.
Lastly, Split Fiction. I've really got nothing that I can add to this, except because everyone knows what Split Fiction is, and everyone's probably fucking played it, right?
Well, I mean, apart from people like me who live under a rock.
Same. This is never usually the type of thing I would play. I don't really like cinematic roller coaster type games, but fucking hell, I love this game.
Yeah, it was probably good. I mean, I've just like the excitement for those kind of games is gone for me, really, to be honest.
Same. But I would say that the way it differentiates it's... Okay, I'll say this. So it's about two writers that get... there's this new technology that allows this guy to take the ideas from writers' heads and publish them as virtual worlds that you can go into.
Like Comics Zone.
Like Comics Zone, exactly. But what happens is these two writers, they turn up to this publisher with this big new machine, and one of them's like, this really, really cringe twee character called Zoe. She's like, I don't know if we should be Actually, no, I think it's the other one, Mio. But one of them's like, I don't think we should be doing this. Uh-oh, they both fall into the same pod together. That's not good. So what ends up happening is that they are trapped in this machine and have to visit each other's virtual worlds and try to figure a way out of them. What people misunderstand about the game, I've seen people say that the dialogue is cringe. It is supposed to be. It's a comedy game.
Yeah. Sort of like Life is Strange. I mean, Life is Strange is not a comedy game, but the dialogue was purposefully cringe. Right?
Yes, and in this, it's a comedy game about like a comically bad villain trying to steal ideas from writers' minds.
Yeah,
and those writers are bad, and they're intentionally bad. The ideas that they have are fucking stupid. Like, there's one of them's writing a cyberpunk novel, and you're getting attacked by like a parking attendant who's a giant robot with saw blades for arms. And in universe, this character Mio, her character, like, that's a serious story she wrote.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite cool. That's like a really nice way to do it, really. Like, the writers is terrible. Like, if they were like,
they're cringe people writing cringe shit, and the stuff they say is cringe. It's a comedy game. It's supposed to be funny.
I can see, like, if the game was actually serious, it'd be a very boring game, I think.
Exactly, and I think consistently throughout the entire thing, I've laughed at least a couple of times per session.
I think you need to like if you're playing those kind of co-op games, you need like laughter, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be chill. Yeah. You know, I don't want a deep fucking game. But I will say this. So the game mainly is around jumping into different ideas. And you know the way like sort of a very, very good Mario game will introduce an idea and it'll run its course and you never go back to it. Yeah. Split Fiction is that every 5 minutes. It's amazing. It looks incredible considering that you will go from so many different environments all the time. Then also, like, it just introduces. I'm going to spoil. The thing is, every single thing in this game can be a spoiler. I'm going to spoil two things for you, right?
No, but you're spoiling it to the public, though, then.
And so, listeners, I'm going to spoil two things. I'm not going to spoil the story, just a couple of gameplay things.
Okay, cool.
First of all, there's one that everyone knows, so I'm going to talk about that because I don't think you know it. There's a bit where you visit Zoe, right, who's exactly like our mate Katie. The character is exactly like her, right, which is hilarious because I'm playing it with Katie and she keeps on going, oh, fuck, that's me. I would say something that cringe. Anyway, you go to one of her childhood stories that she wrote when she was a kid and she just learned how meat was made. And you play as pigs collecting apples. And then at a certain point, you're going down like a helter-skelter. And when you get to the bottom, you get grinded into sausages.
Oh, is she vegan then?
Yeah. And then it's like, then there's you need to grill yourself. You then play as a sausage, grilling yourself, putting ketchup on each other and trying to get to the awaiting mouths of your family. The second one...
Sounds like something from the minds of Peter.
It's like that, but if it was satirizing that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also, the other bit is that this just surprised me. And you can tell that this game is made by people our age because there's a shmup bit in it. Oh, and I was fucking thrilled. Not only a shmup bit, but a competent one. It didn't feel like a Euro shmup. We were doing it, obviously, co-op. And it was like, it was so much fun. And yesterday, there was another very underrepresented game genre that was a section in the game, and I was like,
it's top-down racing.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Look, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not that. But it is fucking cool. And the game is like that, like very, very well designed gameplay segments, right? Like the game design is on point, right? And you're doing this stuff constantly new shit and new ways to use the mechanic. And yeah, I don't know. I'm blown away by how good it is, because unlike the games that I got sick of, like Last of Us and those other roller coaster type games, this is trying to do interesting stuff with the gameplay. Last of Us, fun game, good game, but it is just shooting and ladders, right?
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, it's a roller coaster ride in terms of gameplay, not just visuals. Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the thing about The Last of Us that was interesting at the time was like the way the characters looked and the story, as well as the gameplay going with it.
I played that one. You know, I just got to say, those games are all the fucking same.
Yeah,
Aren't
they are. Yeah,
they're just a bit bland, and this is, in my opinion, the remedy to that. I absolutely love it.
Lighter, yeah.
And Sean, it's like every single time we sit down to play it, we'll get to a segment, and I'm like, oh my god, it's this. Oh, this is fucking cool. I mean, there's loads of video game references in it, and not like the cake is a lie, but there's certain points where you go, right. I'll just say this: last night, big, very, very obvious Metal Gear section.
Nice.
It's so good. You need to. So, listeners, we're going to try and set up. Sean is going to play this with our mate Rob, and they're going to play it on stream.
I mean, you can't really say that we're going to, because it might not happen.
It might not happen, but we're going to try and make it happen. Do you know what? Because Sean is prone to doing very loud outbursts when sudden things happen, and this game has got so many sudden things. I know you're gonna absolutely you're gonna love it, but you're gonna make a tit of yourself.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
That's why I want you to play it.
No, but I won't make a tit myself, because I'll win.
Because I'll win.
I'll win.
I'll win every time, bro. I win Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, cracking game. Absolutely love it. Right, shall we go for a break and then get onto our segments?
Yeah.
Get lucky.
Right, Sean, it's your segment. Getting lucky.
All right. Yeah. So
Get lucky. I always get that wrong.
With my segment, I'm doing, because I recently thought, with the sort of age we're in now with the digital stuff, you don't have that magic of the midnight launch or anything like that. So I thought I'd talk about our launch day stories.
Launch day stories. All right. Halo 3.
Yeah, we got to start at the top with Halo 3. So we went to the Halo 3 midnight launch at Game Station in Red Hill when it was there. Now CEX.
Game Station, for those that don't know, it was the fucking best. I mean, what Game Station was like, so in America you have like EB Games and GameStop, right? And I know that a lot of our listeners are American, so Game Station was not like one of those. It was not sanitized. It was not corporate, and the people that worked there tend to be, I don't want to
Genuine
hardcore gamers that were into the old stuff, the new stuff, everything. You could buy retro games there. You could trade in retro games there. If you didn't like a game, you could just go back and say, I didn't like it, and get your money back.
It was the perfect shop to have in the 2000s before it got bought out by Game.
It got bought out by Game, which is the equivalent of it getting bought out by GameStop, basically. And then it became shit, and then it eventually closed down.
Yeah.
But we went there on the Halo 3 midnight launch, right? We're standing there. We got a good position in the queue, and we're waiting. We're like two people in front of us. Some guy wants to cut in. He comes over and he starts to talk to us, right? How do you remember how he got into talking to us?
No, I don't.
He went up to Sean and went, cool shirt. Sean was wearing a Halo shirt, and he went, cool shirt, like that. And then he started talking to us, and he goes, Tails, just sees a Sonic 2 box, because Game Station had all sorts of retro games, and he was like, Tails, great character, not as cool as the Chief though. And he was just because he wanted to cut in line, but we were too polite to tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, there was a huge line, and he just got there like, I don't know why he was late to this midnight launch, because what was he doing before that,
Well, I think we can make a guess, because he goes to us, and then we were like, yeah, cool character. Like, anyway, then me and you just started speaking amongst each other, and then he was like, very sexy animal.
What, Tails?
That's what he said. Do you not remember this? You're the one who was telling the story.
No, I do. I do remember him talking about Tails, but I don't remember him saying Tails was sexy. Though.
Yeah, that's it. Just suddenly cuts in. Tails, very sexy character. Turns out this bloke was a furry. Turns out he started talking about how much he fancies Tails, but he would not leave it, would he? We were like trying to steer, and that's a bit weird, mate. Maybe move on. Anyway, yeah. What other games do you play? It's like I play a load of games, you know. But
what's your favourite map on Halo 2? I like Beaver Creek, you know.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, yeah, Beaver Creek's good. But anyway, Tails like so fuckable, and like it was.
And you were quite young at this time. I was a fully grown adult, but you.
No, I was like 18.
Oh, I thought you were like 15.
No, I was working in the bank at that time, man.
Oh yeah, this is like 2000.
So anyway, it turns out he's a furry and he fancies Tails, and he just would not let it die. He just kept steering it back to how much he fancies Tails.
The 8-year-old fox.
Right, A, child. B, animal. C, cartoon. It's like everything couldn't be possibly more wrong if he tried. You know what I mean?
Even the weirdest Sonic fans don't fancy Tails.
Exactly, because that's wrong and bad. At least go for Knuckles. He's an adult, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. Look, Sean, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about Knuckles.
I do, personally.
I have another fun midnight launch story that involves you being an idiot.
Oh, yeah?
We launch.
How though? That was a good launch, man. Like, that was good.
We went to go. Sean, like, no, the listeners won't know that. No, shut up. I want to vet this first before you say it. No,
I want to because basically, I mean, you know, I was quite cool. I bought beers. I bought blunts. You know.
Yeah, you like blunts. I don't like blunts. I don't smoke weed.
Everyone else there like my blunts.
Everyone liked the blunts. All right, it was good. We were passing around blunts left, right, and centre.
You like the beers though, innit?
I like beers. I do not like blunts.
Yeah, but you like,
how many times?
Well, how about the beers that I bought? Like, that I didn't like. So those two things probably made me quite cool. How could I have been an idiot? How is it possible?
Well, yeah, I don't know if you know this, listeners, but Sean is a sort of clumsy buffoon. Would you say that?
Yeah, I'd say that.
So he bought a fridge off Facebook Marketplace once. He rolled it through a public park to get it home.
But this has nothing to do with my weed.
It does, because this sort of contextualizes the whole thing. So buy the Wii, right? Our brand new video game console. We get it home, and
but we were sort of like before that, sort of celebrating in our own sort of like young sort of way by like sort of partying with our mates and doing all that other stuff that we
our mates came along with us and we just hang out and drank and bought a Wii, and you could play the Wii in the shop as well, like just before it launched. It was pretty cool. We get it home, right? And one of the things is we need to charge the no, I don't know if it was about charging the control. I can't remember what the reason. Oh yes, I do remember what the reason was, is that we were using a GameCube controller to play one of the games. Can't remember which one. It was plugged into the console. We've just got a brand new console home. Sean walks across the room to go and get a blunt, and wasn't even constant. Yeah, there was a blunt sitting on an ashtray, and Sean walks across the room and goes, "Oh look, there's my blunt." Walks across the fucking room, so immediately trips over the controller. The Wii comes crashing down off the shelf and smashes onto the floor. Immediately, black screens. Right, it's still plugged in, but a Wii black screens, and it makes a hideous noise. It goes, and I'm like, he's just smashed our he's destroyed our Wii, right? Then we set it up again. We get it back on the shelf where it should be. Yeah, I'm fucking furious. I want to fucking punch Sean at this point. Yeah, he was more focused on his blunt than he was the Wii. And I'm like...
Yeah, but I can't really hold my drink. And also, like, you can't really mix drinks and blunts, which I did quite a lot that day, so, you know.
So yeah, he ends up smashing the Wii to the floor. We plugged it in, right? Again, we turn it on. It makes this fucking hideous noise. Black screen comes up. It makes the Wii noise for about a second. It's like... Kick! And then goes off again. That happened 3 more times. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, the dread that was going through me at that point? Yeah. I was like, he's broken the fucking Wii. Now, miraculously, and you're lucky, because I would have actually killed you in real life, but you're lucky. After the 3rd time, turned on fine. From that point onwards, worked every time. Yeah, no problems. I don't know what happened to it.
It's a very sturdy console, because I mean, I've got like another...
You can kick that thing around a room if you're looking for your blunt. Maybe it's under there. You just kick it out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, like I had around that launch, I had my like sort of oldest friend. He was demoing the Wii.
He was working for Nintendo at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. carting it around, and then he also had to display how sturdy it was, and he'd sort of have to like hit it onto its side or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, so if he demonstrated how sturdy the console was, so imagine how far that thing crashed for it to have gone off like it did.
Yeah.
You know the excitement, like, and definitely our listeners that skew a bit older will know this. That thrill of the midnight launch and getting a new console.
Well, we ran all the way home.
We did, yeah, we did. I wasn't going to mention that. That was a bit pathetic, but we Naruto ran all the way home. But no, the funny thing, but that thrill, and then having that just get like I was for a good. It must have been like 2 minutes, but like it felt like an hour of me looking at it, going, "Oh my god, it's broken! I can't believe this."
It was a scary couple of minutes, but after that, we were playing Wii Sports. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, playing with the Wiimote the first time, I'll never forget it. To be honest,
good thing, and I believe underutilized. They should have had more arcade experiences on that console. There was some, but not enough. In my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if you've got any more, but I've got one more.
I'll go one more.
All right, you go for your one.
Well, I have a couple, but I mean, I'll probably just mention this one.
Oh, no, I've got two. I've just remembered another one.
Xbox 360.
Yeah?
This was probably the first console I fully bought on my own, with my own money, saved up for ages, and also I was very top of the list.
Yeah, you had to be on a list to try and get one, and they were very, very scarce, and we thought we weren't going to get one.
So I ordered the premium model, and I got there, and they said that someone had already bought the one that I had, even though I was top of the list.
You were top of the list. They only had 2 of the premium model in stock, and then we were like, at the time, I remember being like, "Look, don't worry about it. Just give us a normal one." And we were like, "Well, we can't. They booked it for someone else. Unfortunately, we've sold your one." And those ones are all assigned to somebody else, and we are like, our fucking hearts just dropped. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, luckily in the end, someone didn't turn up, so I got one of their core models. Someone down the bottom of the list. I hung around waiting for it, like they would like wait there, and then I sort of turned to you, and I was like, "No, I don't want to wait." And then you told me to like wait out.
I remember because also that waiting was agonizing, because we were at the front of the queue. We were number 1 in the queue. We got told that absolutely disgusting information, and then we were waiting, and they just said, "Right, let us serve all these people and we'll get to you." And we watched everyone buying their 360s and going home.
Yeah.
And thrilled.
I was top of the list, and then also I had to end up buying a core model, and then also I didn't get a hard drive. They had a fake scarcity with hard drives, so I didn't get a hard drive for like 2 months or something, and they're like these shitty 20 gig ones. But I wouldn't have minded that. But then I had to deal with a memory unit for bloody.
The memory unit was rough.
Yeah,
I remember that. But we did end up getting one. We got it home and we played Perfect Dark Zero.
We did
fucking lot, and that was a mid game. Actually, it was a fun game. A bad game, but a fun game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I've got another one. This is a quick one. Fallout 4. Yeah. Right. This was I've sort of.
This is probably the last time.
That was the last one. Yeah. Fallout 4. I went to the midnight launch, and I kind of, I was in that phase of sort of the dumb hope that Fallout was going to be good again.
Yeah.
And so I went to the midnight launch, and there was a guy who had come, obviously, to the launch as well to get his copy, and he got the big £300 edition with the Pip-Boy, right? Yeah. And I don't think he's ever played a Fallout game before, because he got his copy. He was like one of the first people in there, and then he walked past the crowd and he went, "Good luck, everyone, fighting ram roaches." Oh, I just wanted to die. I was like, that's the cringiest thing. Even if he just said it right, it would have been really cringe. But the fact that he said ram roaches, it was awful.
I also, we also were some of the first people to own a PS2 as well.
Yeah, but we didn't go to the midnight launch.
We didn't go to the midnight launch, no. But just to sort of say that nobody believed that I had a PS2 at school.
But do you remember that it was our Christmas present and it got spoiled? Because that you had to sign up to a list, and this is how long ago it was, ladies and gentlemen. You got a letter back from Sony confirming that you got it, right?
Yeah.
Our dad had got the letter back saying that he confirmed that he got us one. Like, we were very lucky, and Dad had gone to go and get a haircut, right? Yeah. And he had the letter with him. And the lady who cut his hair was like, "Oh, what's that?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, I managed to secure one of them PS2s. It was like, a big phenomenon." And she was like, "Oh, that's amazing." Then me and you went into town to go and get our hair cut a couple of days later, and she went, "How are you enjoying your PS2? Do you remember?"
No, I don't remember.
She just thought we were getting it then because he'd managed to secure it in like September, November, right?
Yeah, it was November when we got, like, when he got it.
Yeah,
Dad, yeah.
But anyway, the last one I have is about. I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, but my wife is. We went to the launch of Modern Warfare 3.
Oh yeah.
And I've got two things to say about that. Firstly, the Call of Duty audience in this country.
Morons.
Pikeys.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, pikeys.
Chavs.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Listen, we're not judging anyone. We're from that sort of area and background as well, so don't worry about it. Yeah, but I'm just saying, very fighty individuals. We were at the Modern Warfare launch. A guy in front of us was talking about the reload time of the Uzi, and apparently his information was wrong, right? So the reload time of the Uzi is this, that, and the other. And the guy said, no, that's what it was in Black Ops 1. In Black Ops 2, it was different. No, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2 was different, this and the other. They got in an argument about reload times. Two people in the queue. It gradually got more and more heated. He's like, you don't know what you're fucking talking about, mate. In Modern Warfare 1, it was 3 seconds. And the two of them started going at each other, started a fight, got carried out by security, didn't get their copies. But here's the interesting thing. Do you remember during the early days of Xbox Live that celebrity names were not allowed on the platform?
I do.
You couldn't call yourself Arnold Schwarzenegger because what they did is they created a huge document where they would assign those names to celebrity players, right? Yeah. And you weren't allowed to have them. You couldn't even have X Arnold Schwarzenegger X, for example, right? I get home, I'm playing Modern Warfare 3, right? And this was during that time where you couldn't do that. And I stick it on, first game, right? Alan Sugar. And not only Alan Sugar, it said Sir Alan Sugar.
Yeah, no.
So I'm convinced that I played probably Alan Sugar's son at Modern Warfare 3.
I was going to say, 'cause, like, even though Alan Sugar produced... Well, I mean, like, China produced it, but he was involved in Amstrad CPC.
Yeah, but he knows nothing about tech. Exactly. Nothing. No, and he shifted cheap units.
It's quite apparent in the several series.
So I'm almost certain that I didn't play Alan Sugar at fucking anything, but his account.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, good topic, Sean. Midnight launch stories. Have you got any more, or should we move on to my item?
Oh, we can move on, yeah.
All right, so my item is called Rule 34, Guess the Amount. I couldn't come up with a good title for it. I will say this, my boy Callum at university gave me this idea. Shout out to you. So here's what we're going to do. You know what Rule 34 is, right?
Yeah.
For those not in the know, Rule 34 is a widely known rule that if something exists, there is adult content of it, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go on to rule34.com or whatever the fucking website is, and we're going to search for certain Street Fighter characters.
Okay.
And we've got to try and guess, perhaps together, the amount of results that happen as a result of searching a Street Fighter character.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I know that the only thing I do know is that Cammy's the highest.
Well, of course. These are just the facts, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go on there, and what we'll do firstly is we'll Google 1 and see what the number is to benchmark it, essentially. Yeah. And we're going to try and guess how many adult materials are on this website related to those characters. So we'll start with, because he's not one of the main ones, we'll go with Ryu, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Ryu. So what are the results from Ryu Street Fighter? Oh, there's no amount. Oh God, this is filth.
Can you see the things that are a bit like...
I can, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Ryu, this is horrible, man. Sean, some of the stuff I'm looking at here, man.
I don't know. I can't. I just can't. I don't.
All right. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll guess the amount of pages.
Okay.
Right. There's hundreds of results per page. For Ryu, there's 9.
No.
9 pages. Right.
Alright,
So what we'll do is we'll go by that. So I've put in Ryu Street Fighter. Next we're going to do Kami.
Oh. 1,000.
Oh, actually, we can see the amount. I just figured out a way to do it. So we'll do that. Right. Ryu Street Fighter. There's 3,846.
What images?
Or videos. Yeah.
Okay.
So Kami Street Fighter.
Oh, okay. If there's 3,000 Ryu, then obviously about 50,000 of Kami, I reckon. Around that number, isn't it?
All right, 50,000. Let's have a check. Okay, you're a bit off. 15,569, but
Okay, all right.
that's just Kami Street Fighter. There are others.
I've got benchmark now.
There's different ones for every single one of her costumes, but we'll just go for the main one. So 15,000, right?
Do you think
Next
the
up,
original costume would have the most hits, though?
I mean, that is the most revealing one, right?
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to go Jury. Okay, now I will say this. This is a tricky
That's
one
a new one.
because Jury has clearly been designed for people that like feet.
Yeah, yeah.
And in fact, on Street Fighter 6 the other day, I found somebody who was part of a club on Street Fighter called Jury
Jury's
Feet
Feet.
Lovers.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you've seen them as well, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I've seen them, yeah.
So Jury, what's your
Part of
guess?
them. I don't know. She's like one of the most popular as well. So I'd say about 10,000, something like that. Not as popular as Kami, because Kami's more of an established. I mean, Jury's been around for a while though.
All right, so let's lock it in. Let's see. How many did you say?
10,000.
This is blowing my mind. I'm going to be honest with you. 94,308.
What, compared to Kami? 15,000?
Yeah. That is bonkers to me. I would have thought Kami would be the main one.
Yeah, but like Jury's quite goonerish, isn't it, though? So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Next, curveball. Zangief, as we call him in this country.
Yeah, Geef.
Geef.
Oh,
Not typically known for being a Gooner character,
no,
but he is wearing a pair of pants because he's a wrestler.
Yeah.
How many do you reckon?
He's quite muscly. I mean, I reckon like he's going to have his fair share. So I'd say about 8,000, something like that.
Good guess. I think you went a bit too high with that one. You need to go a bit more conservative because if they're not thought of as being a Gooner one, they're not going to have as much material.
Yeah, like 5,000 maybe.
I've got an image, man. Because the first thing I searched for was Ryu. I've got an image of Ryu showing his asshole, and you can see his testes. And it's just on my screen. It's the worst. So Zangief, he was 1,053.
Okay, that's...
Okay, the last one that we're going to do, I don't think you've got even close with any of these, but yeah.
Sadly not, no. Which is probably a good thing, really.
All right, this one's kind of surprising. M. Bison.
Kind of.
How many people have drawn or animated pornographic images of M. Bison?
Well, he is a dictator, so I will.
It's got dick in the name. I mean, there's got to be loads.
I will say, like, like with Jury's personality, people probably like.
Well, Jury is clearly made to be provocative. Same with Kami, right? Zangief is clearly not, right? But M. Bison.
Do you think Kami was originally made to be provocative then?
There's an element of that.
Yeah.
There has to be,
Slightly,
right?
yeah.
So then M. Bison. Not considered to be a sex symbol in terms of Street Fighter characters.
Not really. I would probably say about 2,000 though, because he's dictator.
Again, a bit off, man. 566. Very low for M. Bison.
That's a shame.
Not a popular character.
Okay.
Tell you what, let's do one more.
Can we do Marissa?
That was going to be my suggestion, right? Big old Russian lady could punch you right in the nuts, and you'd enjoy it.
Muscled mother.
Ugh. Don't never say those words, man.
That's what people call her, though.
All right, go on then. Marissa, right? A lady character, so more susceptible to Gooner content. However,
and she's muscly as well. So.
She's muscly, and that's become a popular thing of recent. So go on. What do you think?
5,000.
Very good. I will take that as. I think that's a good answer. 4,824.
Yeah.
Predictable. Well, anyway, yeah, that was Rule 34. Have you got any other non-Street Fighter characters you want to see? Think of one that nobody.
I don't want to see any of it.
No, not see, but like out the amount.
Oh, Buck Bumble.
Okay, Buck Bumble. This was an N64 game. I think you might have found the only one that has none.
Okay.
0 results for Buck Bumble.
Thank God. Okay.
So Rule 34 doesn't actually really apply. Time to delete my history very quick. Right. Okay. So listener mail. So we asked you guys on the Discord if you want to send a message, do join the Discord. It's in the description there. What's the absolute best video game character and who's the worst? Right. I know it's a bit of a basic bitch question, but it's always fun, and I think we like to speak about what our best.
Did you put this out there on the Discord then?
I did.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I did. It's what I just said, Sean. So do keep up.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Right. Good. Thank you.
With my approval.
So yeah, the question was who. You're an idiot. Who is, without a doubt, the all-time best video game character, and who is the worst and why? Kill Defences comes in. He said, Sid Highwind is the best. That's from Final Fantasy VII, for those who don't know. He chain smokes and pisses off cliffs. Fair enough. Out of all the Final Fantasy VII cast, one of the cooler guys.
He's one of the cooler guys. Also one of the best characters gameplay-wise.
Yeah.
So
and story-wise.
Yeah.
Fucking great character.
His introduction in the game is really good. Fact
that you go through, and I fucking hate flashbacks, but you go and you do his flashback, and it's one of the most emotional and sort of poignant parts of the game. Well,
like flashbacks in Final Fantasy VII tend to be the best parts of the game. So
that's a good point, actually. Yeah. To be fair, that's the one situation where they got it right. Yeah, Sid Highwind, cracking character. I do though. Kill Defences. We've been mates for some time, online mates. And I do notice he has a tendency to like characters that sort of smoke and drink themselves to death.
Is he doing that?
I don't know, mate. He lives in Arizona, so I'm assuming yes, because there's fuck all else to do.
I suppose, yeah.
Drink yourself to death and look at sand?
Yeah.
Is that racist?
And also, just maybe, I don't know what they do in Arizona apart from that.
Right? There cactuses there? You tell us, Kill Defences. Next one comes in from Chester. He said, Chuck Rock is the best. He made beer bellies sexy. So that's his best video game character of all time. Do you know who Chuck Rock is?
Yeah, I do. I know who Chuck Rock is. Chuck Rock 1 and 2, Cavemen. Cavemen games, remember? Similar to Joe and Mac, but not as good.
Yes, that was my sort of abiding memory. Yeah. Is he cool?
No, I don't think he was ever cool, to be honest. I remember Kellogg's doing a promotion. I'm thinking, oh, cool, they
included a rock. I'm tired. Right, cornflakes, they had a rock in it. There we go. That was the joke I was trying to make.
No, I can't remember. They did some sort of cross promotion with Kellogg's, and I thought, oh, cool, there's a video game that they're promoting.
Then you played it.
But that was about it. But, I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but...
Yeah, but what about when you got that Sonic yo-yo? We had to eat 20 boxes of Frosties to get that.
They made it look so cool.
And you had to pay for a $5 to send it off, and it was the shittest yo-yo ever made.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Anyway, he follows up saying, for his worst one, Rayman is the worst. No real reason, he just angers my very core. But I feel this way.
Yeah.
I love the Rayman games, but his design annoys the shit out of me.
I think it's as a character, it's quite cool, because he's a demigod who solves problems by platforming.
Right, I think you've sort of backed his point up there.
But he's not the most appealing character, but I mean, he's not. He
looks annoying. He's got a very punchable, smug face.
I don't think he's,
especially in Brawlhalla, where he's a guest character.
His kit was very good in Brawlhalla, though, to be honest. But I do agree with you there.
The design of him, I hate him. Even in Rayman Legends, which is probably my favourite platformer of all time, I played the little Viking lady because she's way cooler than Rayman is. Rayman, he's just he's got a bean for a head, he's got a blob for a body, and his hands aren't even attached to it. I mean, it's a joke of a character. I didn't know that he was a demigod.
Yeah, they explained that at the beginning of Rayman.
That is mental. That is mental. And he's a demigod, but for some reason his hands that aren't attached to his body can only stay about 3 feet away. Stupid character. Good email, Chester. Rayman
No,
sucks.
it's a bad
Fuck
email.
Rayman.
Rayman's a good character.
He's not. In
no.
what way is he a good character?
He's a neutral character.
There we go. That's the best case scenario, isn't it? Dr. Mumson, he says best, and this is a fucking good answer. Manuel Manny Calavera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the best characters of all time from Grim Fandango.
To be fair, it's a toss-up between that and Guybrush.
To be honest, though, if you think about the best point-and-click adventure games ever made, Grim Fandango has to be the top.
Yeah,
it has to be. And there are Monkey Island games that I absolutely fucking love, and Guybrush is a great character.
In the late 90s...
But it's a crime that we never got a new Grim Fandango game.
No, yeah, exactly.
I would have loved to see a prequel, to be honest.
In the late 90s and early 2000s, Grim Fandango was sort of always cited as... It was always in, like, a top 10 list and stuff like that.
Yeah, for being, like, good writing and world building. I mean, it was amazing. And yet, Manny Calavera is a absolutely cracking character.
I think if it was released today and they did like a I don't know, like Tim Burton...
Animated movie.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, that would be tight.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, some of the puzzles in that game are fucking annoying, but the story is so good that I think that people should play it.
Yeah, like I don't have the patience for it these days. I mean,
we played it.
I did back then. It was a long time ago. I mean, we
didn't play it when it came out.
It was probably like a year or two after it came out.
I reckon about 5, man. Like, seriously. We got it. But anyway, point is that I don't know if it stands up today, but it did 5 years after it came out, and that's probably a good sign.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people played it when it got that re-release, right? It was on PS Vita, so that was still a while ago, but... Yeah. I mean, a really good answer. And his worst one, it's a very, very good answer too, for very different reasons. Anyway, no, he says about Manny Calavera, he says, why? Because he was suave as fuck. But he says his worst, Eddie Gordo. Come on. That's a good answer.
Gameplay-wise, definitely.
Yeah, but that's it. It's an entirely gameplay-focused answer. He says, why? Because it's obvious. It's obvious. Nobody likes playing against Eddie Gordo. He's a brain-dead character for idiots.
I don't really like the design of especially in Tekken 8 where they, I don't know, like...
It's just a bit obvious, isn't it? Going for a Jamaican character doing capoeira. You know what I mean? I want a white person doing it. Okay? That was a joke, just to let you know I'm not racist.
Well, I mean, Blanca, like he was,
Blanca does not do capoeira, Sean.
Yeah, I mean that's actually his fighting style.
Right. Well, they may say that, but it absolutely isn't.
I mean, that is. I mean, he is technically.
No, you're right. Yeah, because capoeira famously let you shoot electric bolts out of your body and fling across a room.
Yeah, you can like cannonball across rooms.
Right, but Eddie, shut up. Yeah, exactly. But Eddie Gordo as the worst character ever made. That's a strong contender, right? Come on.
In terms of like good fighting games, definitely, yeah.
And also, even in the good versions of Tekken...
Like, I mean, you could argue that Rasputin from World Heroes is probably, like, one of the worst, but that's also a good fight.
But Eddie Gordo could go toe-to-toe with him in terms of being shit.
Yeah.
There you go. Carty, he says, Sora is the GOAT, and he capitalises GOAT there. Just wait, Sean. Sean is cringing. Sorry about this, Carty, but... Kingdom Hearts does not have a good reputation. I'll just put it that way. Anyway, he said, could knock everyone's jaw clean off.
He's right, though.
He's right about that. Don't get me started on the different form changes. Those are cool. In Kingdom Hearts 2, where he changes into a goth outfit and he has a goth keyblade.
Yeah, it's cool, but it gets like really boring after a while because you're sort of forced to do that quite often, isn't it? So it does. But I do agree with him. Also,
Sora could actually, if you look at his fighting ability, he could destroy most people.
In my opinion, though, like Donald Duck is probably one of the like best mages. Like probably the strongest mage in any RPG ever.
Carty continues. He says infinite steez. That's what he says about Sora. Yeah. He says best pals with canonically one of the strongest mages in all of Square Enix history. Right, and that's true. And a dog with a shield. That's also his other mate. A dog with a shield. How many games have a dog with a shield?
Yeah, Goofy is, probably the only Disney character that I like, really, to be honest.
Not Donald.
No, I like Donald in Kingdom Hearts, but like Goofy.
Yeah, outside of that.
Yeah.
But that's Kingdom Hearts in a nutshell, isn't it? It's like all the characters in context of that story are sort of elevated by it.
Yeah.
In
like,
Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Right.
That's it. Those are the good ones.
Yeah, I think even Mickey Mouse comes off as quite cool in those games as well.
He does a bit, but it's because of the context. He's mysterious.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a really, really good answer. And I actually think, as much as Kingdom Hearts is cringe, right, it is good, but it's the fan base that have ruined it, right? Yeah. It's a bit like, it's not like Sonic, because the game's ruined that, but Kingdom Hearts, like, it's a little bit like Undertale fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually rate Kingdom Hearts 1 as probably one of my favourite JRPGs of all time, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. I wish they continued in that fashion, though, but...
Yeah, but Tetsuya Nomura, unfortunately, was given free licence to run it into the fucking ground, but there we go.
Which he did.
Anyway, but I think Sora actually is kind of a good character.
Yeah, he is. He is a good character. I mean, he is very strong as well.
I just think I think that a lot of the story in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 was decent, and his motivation was decent. I also think that the abilities that he has and what he can do is pretty cool. I don't know, good answer.
And then also, like, he's voiced by Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, can't knock that. But Cloud in Kingdom Hearts 1, voiced by
Lance Bass from NSYNC.
I mean, come on, that beats Sora.
Witchcraft, haven't played it once.
Worst would be Steve from Minecraft. What a loser. Dead trim. Shit shirt. Square head.
Well, I mean...
It kind of sucks that Steve has become the iconic thing of Minecraft, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I feel like it was a placeholder character.
Yeah, it was. It was just like until you created a new character, that was... I mean, that's how I saw it when I played it.
Yeah, that was it. It was something to be replaced.
But
and now he's in Smash Brothers.
He's in Smash Brothers, and then he was the main character in Minecraft, the movie as well.
I am Steve. Yeah, I agree with that. That's got to be one of the worst, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
The fact that shitty character is iconic annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's a massively overrated character.
Yeah. Fucking Northerner, he says, my normie answer was going to be GLaDOS for the best character.
Oh, yeah, that's a good answer.
It's a very good answer. Great game. Very, very good character. But he says his dark horse pick for best character is Jeremy Donaldson from Not for Broadcast. He says just a real ass guy watching an institution he cares about sink into the gutter.
Sounds good. It sounds good, man.
Now, from what I understand, Not for Broadcast is about running a TV station.
Okay.
And it sounds good, but I might even be thinking of something else, and I don't know. Okay. Should we say good answer?
It sounds like a good answer.
It sounds like a good answer. But he says worst is Samuel Hayden in Doom 2016/Eternal. Piss off with your story and lore. I'm just here to rip and tear. Do you know what? I agree with that, because I only actually played... Everyone's been raving about Doom 2016 for like ages, right? Yeah. And I only played it recently when I got it on Game Pass. And I've got to say, like, there was an awful lot of barriers to actually just getting in and shooting stuff. I know that old Doom games, and they're very good, were about exploring, but the exploration and level design always felt a bit worse than Doom 1 and 2. And also add to the fact that there was certain points where characters were talking. And I was sort of like, this isn't Doom. This is...
Yeah, it's... You know, they're marketing towards the people that played the original Doom games, so why not just make them like that? Really?
Yeah, I just think the story is almost superfluous. What they've gone for in the original Dooms, like, okay, there was text you could read, but it was more a setting and a vibe than there was a story. You know what I mean? Yeah. Despite the fact there was kind of a semi-coherent story, it was never the point.
Yeah, you get the context of the story just by firing up the game, really,
and looking at the environment. Yeah. I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need. Because who was it? Was it John? What the fuck are their names? Carmack and Romero.
Yeah.
I remember them saying at the time that story in games is silly. It's not something you need. And you can tell that they thought that. No, they're wrong. But my point is that you can tell that they thought that by the way Doom was designed.
No, I mean, they're kind of right. You don't need story in a game.
You don't. Setting can be enough.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because this 2016 one, I felt like there were moments, even short ones, like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, where you're not shooting shit or exploring a level. And I'm like, that's not Doom to me. It didn't feel like, it felt more like akin to something like Painkiller or Serious Sam than it did Doom.
Yeah, so just don't call it Doom then, I guess.
They should have called it like, I haven't got a funny joke. But yes, good answer. I agree. Sid the Squid, he says best. Now get ready for a shit answer here. The best video game character of all time.
He's not going to say, what's his name from Red Dead 2?
God, that's a good answer. That would be a good answer, but he says Crash Bandicoot. And this reminds me... That's a good choice. In what way? He says because he does cool things and isn't Mario or Sonic. But this kind of reminds me of like you when you talk about Sonic and you say he does cool things because he doesn't do cool things.
Who's Sonic?
Who's Sonic? He's Chili Dogs.
He does do cool things though.
He's never done a cool thing.
I mean, Super Sonic is cool. The gameplay is cool, but like the fact I don't know. I always just talk about
right. Anyway, shut up about that. We're talking about Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, but this leads into Crash Bandicoot. So like,
right, okay.
So from like, I mean, he looks cool. When like the original when the PS1 came out,
he looks cool.
No, I mean he doesn't anymore. But like when like the PS1 came out, and like you're like, man, like look at that.
Look at that Bandicoot. That is cool. Nobody has ever thought that ever in their life.
No, like I mean the graphics were like really nice for the time. I mean, the
graphics were. But did you ever? Has anyone ever, aside from Sid the Squid, looked at Crash Bandicoot and thought that's cool? Get help.
I like the sort of shape of him. Like, I mean,
you like the shape of him?
No, I don't know. Like when like the PS1,
I like the shape of him.
Like when the PS1 came out, you know, it was
quite, Tell me more about the shape of him.
It's quite cool to see like that sort of like him moving and like stuff like that. I can't describe it, but like his like spin move and like the way he moves. Like I mean,
when he goes.
It was sort of the first 3D game where it's like quite fluid movement and stuff like that.
To be fair, look, the way the game plays is cool, but Crash Bandicoot as a character, I like the shape of him. He's never done anything cool.
It's a very like sort of mid-90s.
I would actually say that Cortez is a better character than Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Cortex?
Yeah, Dr. Neo Cortex, yeah.
Right, but he does cool things and isn't Mario Sonic. I've got to give him that. I think that was the thing at the time because animal or sort of mascot characters were a big thing for consoles, and PS1 tried to do that. And I think Crash Bandicoot was a fine mascot.
And I think like
he was all right. It's better than fucking Joel and Ellie from Last of Us, isn't it? Yeah, which is the new one.
Yeah, definitely.
No, Astrobot's kind of the new one, isn't it? But
yeah, Astrobot's a good one. But yeah, I mean the fact that they did three really good games in succession,
and the best kart racer ever made.
Yeah, Crash Team Racing.
Look, that's impressive, but it's got
year after year.
Sean, shut up.
And then the fact that it was like quite a stylized 3D game for the time. You know the way it looked and stuff like that. You know?
So you're saying like they didn't go for graphical fidelity, instead they kept it stylized, and that, in a sense, is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, but also the graphics were amazing for the time.
They were. But it's got no bearing on Crash Bandicoot as a character.
Do you remember like the feeling when you played the demo?
Mate, I don't know if you remember this, but when the PS1 came out, I was sick. I was so excited.
Were you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But Crash Bandicoot as a character, not cool.
Don't know. I mean,
but at least we got an episode title.
Yeah.
You like the shape of him, all right? So Crash Bandicoot, shit character, good shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can say that. He says worst Pac-Man. He's got a point. He says fuck that guy.
How's he the worst?
He's got a point.
He's a good character.
All right, what do you like about him as a character? And if you start talking about the Pac-Man TV show, I'm going to hurt you.
The Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man TV show. No, but I mean,
actually, but that's canon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right. So he's quite fleshed out, you would say. So what's the best thing about Pac-Man?
It's quite versatile, I'd say. The games are good.
Stop talking about the games. Talk about Pac-Man as a character.
All right. You cut a slice out of a pizza.
It looks like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so but in terms of being
there's Pac-Man.
okay,
Everyone knows who Pac-Man is.
shut up. So in
young
terms,
or old.
shut up. So in terms of being
Shut up.
so in terms of being iconic, right? Fair enough.
Extremely.
Okay.
Like for the time they came out, bright and colourful. When in the time where there weren't that sort of thing, I think Pac-Man is a good character.
In a time where there weren't that sort of thing, yeah, you're right. But look, I agree, and I think his iconic nature does carry him a lot. I can't say anything about Pac-Man the man, but I can say a lot about Pac-Man the symbol. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So fair enough. All right, but it's his worst. But you can understand somebody saying it's their worst. It's just a yellow guy who eats dots.
Yeah, but he's...
A bit like our mate James. Right, anyway, general questions. So these are not related to the subject. Thank you very much for your responses on that one, by the way. Very, very good answers. General questions. Chester, he says, general question, what TTRPG rule set and or setting would you like to see developed into a video game? Savage Worlds, next.
None of them really. I just want more D&D 3.5 type games.
Yeah, to be fair, it's just a well that hasn't been plumbed enough. Despite the fact that we've got quite a lot of like second edition games, we've got the Pathfinder games that are out there. It's just I'd still like to see more of them.
Apparently, though, I mean, I keep getting advertised. Speaking of this, I keep getting advertisements for that D&D game where you actually play as miniatures and stuff.
God, that looks good. We mentioned it on an earlier episode.
We did, yeah.
But no, I was just thinking that Savage Worlds, in terms of being a good system, it's not a setting.
Yeah.
But in terms of it being a good system, I won't bore people with it because we could go on all day about this. If you want to know about Savage Worlds, look up 3T RPG Savage Worlds. I did a podcast. I've done 2 podcasts on it with you and James. So, but it's just a very, very, very good system that revolves around pulling cards for initiative. It revolves around getting unique abilities and weaknesses for your characters, something that made the old Fallout games special, for example. And I think would be really good for a really good turn-based CRPG, Savage Worlds video game.
Oh. And
in fact, during the 360 days, Shane Hensley, who made the Savage Worlds tabletop RPGs, was in talks with Xbox about do you remember when 360 was going to show its own TV shows directly on the Xbox platform?
I do, yeah.
There was a Deadlands one being made, and Deadlands is the flagship setting for Savage Worlds, and a Deadlands computer game. And I would love to see a Deadlands computer game.
I would as well. But I would also like to see maybe like a roguelite. Because cards and stuff would be really cool. And then also the pace of it, Savage Worlds would be lend itself to like that kind of game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Because like they have edges and hindrances, which are like, boons and weaknesses basically, but you could have like a roguelike Savage Worlds game,
very easily readable with that sort of thing.
Totally, yeah, and like you may unlock edges, hindrances, new spells. A Deadlands roguelike.
Imagine like playing through the game and then like unlocking new edges and hit I suppose actually Death Road to Canada already does that.
Yes, but using the Savage Worlds system specifically, because the one thing is that like they're exploding dice as well. So for listeners that don't know, in Savage Worlds, when you roll the highest number on any dice, you roll it again and add it together. It's theoretically infinite, and we've seen it when we've played it on tabletop go to ridiculously high numbers. I'd like to see a Deadlands roguelike where you're exploring the Appalachian Mountains and getting attacked by mutants, and you can build your character as, say, a weird scientist or a gunslinger or a huckster, and you're exploring abandoned mines.
Yeah,
that would be fucking great, wouldn't it?
Unlocking different weird classes as well would be good.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I mean that's a good answer. I'd like to see a good Call of Cthulhu game though.
Yeah, they haven't done one of those.
So. They haven't done one yet, and to me, like, I think maybe. Because the trouble is the Call of Cthulhu games kind of, the ones we've had kind of missed the point. They don't actually have the dice rolls as a part of the game.
No,
and I think maybe...
It's more of the novel
the setting.
Part.
Yeah, but they're mainly based on the books rather than the TTRPG.
Yeah.
So having a TTRPG Call of Cthulhu game in a similar vein to Disco Elysium, where you're exploring a small area and figuring out clues and using your abilities.
Because... like with Call of Cthulhu, that's probably the most crossover of people who've read the books and play the game, and
Yeah, but most people play the game first, then read the books.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I was thinking that maybe like Disco Elysium style thing, like small town, loads of really memorable characters, and you're investigating something.
Yeah,
maybe like a 10-hour game.
yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. Carty, he says, which game franchise would you like to see turned into a fighting game and why?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I see, because he sent the other email about Sora being the best game character in the world. I've had an idea that I cannot get out of my head for the last week since he wrote this.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts versus Capcom.
Oh,
Right? Now, listen. I'm just going to pitch this idea to you, right? So, Kingdom Hearts, you know, when you have crossover games, the first game is always the one that is like the systemic one. Like, it come like Marvel versus Capcom is a Marvel game with Capcom characters in it. So, Kingdom Hearts versus Capcom would be a Kingdom Hearts game with Capcom characters in it. And here's what I'm thinking. You pick Kingdom Hearts characters, so therefore also Final Fantasy and Disney characters. They're fighting the Capcom characters. Your level 1 super is your one, like, so for Ryu it would be Shinku Hadouken, right? You have that. But your level 2 and 3, they're summons that you pick from a list.
Good. Yeah, that'd be good.
You could be Ryu and, I don't know, Kairi, and you summon Genie as your level 2 super. So you have customizable supers.
Yeah, I mean that would work. I think that would work. I mean,
I think it would work really well because
they've done that in a couple of other games as well, but I can't really think about it. But
did Tatsunoko versus Capcom have that? I know Card Saga's Heroes did, but that never got released.
Card Saga's Wars.
Yeah, Wars. That was it.
Tatsunoko didn't because it was just straight 2v2, wasn't it?
But I'm thinking, yeah. So you have one super that is linked to your character, and then 2 that are summons.
Yeah.
And I think that Kingdom Hearts has, even if you just stuck to the characters that weren't Disney or Final Fantasy, has quite a colourful cast of characters that could fight against the Capcom ones. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be
but
cool.
I really want to have you summoning fucking... What's the character from Lion King that you get as a summon?
Oh, Simba.
No, is it Simba?
Yeah, Simba's the one you...
Right. Oh, yeah, but it's the big Simba, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
when he becomes king and that. Sorry to spoil the film, but...
Yeah, spoilers. Very, very current film. But also that big fat bitch from Little Mermaid.
Ursula. Yeah.
Like, Ryu hitting someone into the air... He tags in Mega Man. Mega Man's fucking the shit, not fucking the shit out of them, fucking them up. And then suddenly Ursula comes in.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could work, to be honest, I think.
All right, but for a game franchise you'd like to see turned into a fighting game, let's be honest, it would be Arc System Works doing it. My other answer was Persona. But they did that one, and it was amazing, and nobody plays it.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was popular for a bit, but it faded.
Do you know that here's a weird fact for you? Do you know that the current top 2X KO player was the top Persona 4 Arena Ultimax player?
Oh, okay. Who's that?
I don't know his fucking name, but it's just a very, very odd fact.
Yeah.
Right, go on. What's a game franchise you really like? Outrun is your favourite series of all time.
So
two cars fight each other. It's a Ferrari. Are they all Ferraris in there?
Yeah, they are. I mean...
So a Ferrari fighting game where all the cars fight each other.
I mean, that would be good.
No, it wouldn't. Bumble. Sean's brain is out. He never fucking reads these questions in advance, so he doesn't come up with a good answer. Video game I like. I really like Sonic.
Yeah, I do like Sonic.
But so you want a Sonic fighting game?
But they are currently making Sega versus Capcom.
Well, and there's already a Sonic fighting game out there, and it's great.
Sonic Fighters, yeah, it is good. But I don't know.
This is good. This is good radio. We'll just listen to a man thinking.
What would you say though? Really?
I've already come up with my answer. Stop trying to delay it. I said Kingdom Hearts versus Capcom. Yeah, either that or Capcom versus Kellogg's breakfast cereal. I want Tony the Tiger. I want the cock from Kellogg's.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Kojima was still there. I'd probably say Metal Gear Solid, but because that like
Metal Gear Solid 5. How that would work actually?
Because they got like already an established toolkit, so
And do you know what? Arc System Works does Metal Gear Solid fighting game.
No, they're not doing it. They're not touching it, man.
Oh, because they've been on a bad run recently.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Capcom makes it.
Yeah,
90s Capcom makes Metal Gear Solid the fighting game.
Yeah.
You've got Raiden. You've got Snake. You've got Iroquois Pliskin. And I'm not sure who that guy was, but he seemed very mysterious.
Yeah, I don't know who he is either. I'm still trying to figure out who Mr. Snrub is on The Simpsons. I mean, he seemed like a nice guy.
Right.
We'll put Iroquois Pliskin in there.
And we could have Vulcan Raven, Cyborg Ninja, both iterations, the Olga one and then the original Fox one as well, Grey Fox.
Yeah, Vulcan.
We could have, what's his name from Metal Gear 2? Night Fright.
Night Fright, the Running Man.
The Running Man would be a great one. He's only, like, all of his moves revolve around running. Like, he runs into you, light punch, that's a little run, like, that's one step.
Yeah, I mean, like, getting better runs, like, maybe, your character powers up.
It could be one of those dumb power-up characters, but you have to run laps up and down the fucking stage.
But I think it would be good if the characters, I mean...
Because you could have...
Like...
Sorry, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but you could have, for example, Liquid as a character, but his level 3 super is that he comes out of Metal Gear Rex.
That'd be good. I mean, I think, that'd be good. Like where he jumps out and then like if a missile flies down and then like some like the machine guns start whirring and that. I think if it was to be made, that the characters should look like they do in the like codec conversations.
What, like a box with a face in it?
No, not like that, but like that anime style. To be honest, I mean...
Oh, like the artwork drawn in the codec conversations in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
That would be peak. That would be very good. I would like that.
Either that or like, early point-and-click adventure sort of fighting game would be good. Like
Guybrush Threepwood, Manny Calavera. What other ones are there? That's who you're thinking of.
All
the characters from Maniac Mansion and Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah.
But you'd have to. It would be the first ever fighting game to utilize clicking a mouse and collecting items on the level to try and hurt your opponent.
Yeah.
You'd have to. In the case of like Manny Calavera, you'd have to collect a balloon, some seeds, and get a pigeon to peck it on your opponent.
Yeah, you got like items at the bottom of your...
You just got to out-click your opponent. Oh, that would actually be completely shit, but I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good answer, Sean. Well done. Let's get my notes back up here. He says, no, not he. Fucking Northern. He says, what's your favourite video game film adaptation? Yes, you have to pick one. Believe it or not, mate, there are some good ones. Street Fighter is probably my favourite.
The original Super Mario Brothers.
You're a joke of a human.
Not good, but
enjoyable.
Made with heart and quite very enjoyable film. But Mortal Kombat is probably my favourite.
See, the thing is, Street Fighter is enjoyable in a sort of campy way, and it was intended to be. It was a comedy movie, but the Mortal Kombat movie is enjoyable just in a sincere way.
Yeah, it feels like a Mortal Kombat.
It's funny, it's adventurous, it's got cool special effects.
Good actors as well.
Great characters. Yeah. It's actually a good film. Then Mortal Kombat Annihilation came along. Went for a different vibe, really.
Like a
terrible special effects.
None of the original actors were present.
Yep, and awful story. And there's that bit as well where I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but Raiden gets a haircut, and I think it's because the stunt double didn't want to wear a wig or couldn't wear a wig for the stunt. Because there's a bit where he does a big stunt, but he has to have short hair for some reason. So just randomly, Raiden turns up and he's like, "I got a haircut. What do you think?"
And it's like, obviously, it's
Kookley film. But the original Mortal Kombat film is actually a good one. Like that's actually a good video game film adaptation. But you really like the Minecraft movie, didn't you?
No,
he did. But you also told me to watch the Sonic movies, and they're really bad.
Yeah, Sonic 3 is a good one. The rest of them are not very good.
No.
I
watched Sonic 1, and I watched the Mario movie with Jesse, my son, and it was like, he loves it. It's quite a fun, enjoyable film. But we watched Sonic, and he was bored within 5 minutes.
Yeah, the first one's not very good. The second one's very flawed, but the third one was really on point. I think also like it's nice to see Jim Carrey acting his heart out for like doing some comedy.
I think that's what makes it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just nice.
I thought the first one was very dull as well. If I like to be honest, but they did have what's his name? That's weird. I can't
James. John.
I can't remember his name, but
Jorps. Jorps.
But it's very strange because there's like 3 separate films of him riding in cars with animals.
Yeah, I forget his name, but he appeared in Jury Duty, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and like, to be honest, I think the Sonic movie existing is good for that one moment in Jury Duty.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it, but seriously, I know this is a video game podcast, but if you haven't watched Jury Duty, that is the type of thing television was invented for. It's one of the best series ever made.
Yeah,
definitely watch that. Sonic sucks though. In every way.
No, it doesn't.
He does. He sucks. Do you want to speak about quickly, just before we go, give the recommendation of Sonic versus Capcom or whatever the fuck it is?
Well, no, Sega versus Capcom.
Whatever, Sonic.
Yeah, but no, you can't really like misinform people.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
There's a fan game called Sega versus Capcom coming out, and to be fair,
it looks really good. I mean, they've even got character from Skies of Arcadia in it.
Yes, they have. The main fella, whose name I forget. It's like all the Sega classics fighting against Capcom characters. It looks good.
Yeah, the graphics are insane. Like the pace of it's really good. It looks a bit marvelly, but it looks like a 6-button fighter as well. But I mean,
yes, mate.
Like the fact that it's made by a couple of people, and then they've also hired voice actors for all the characters as well.
That's mental. That's the last thing you need for Sonic.
And also, like when it comes out, play it. But also, like you can tell the measure of a fighting game by how good the Ryu is in that game. So
that's true. And to be fair, like, and Tatsunoko versus Capcom, that was one of the ones where the Ryu in it was fucking like on point.
Yeah.
And that was a great game.
Yeah.
But this Sega versus Capcom is a fan game, but I reckon if you're into fighting games, keep an eye on it because it's going to be coming out soon, and you've probably got a couple of months where you can really enjoy it, and it will be played at tournaments, right?
I hope it goes further than that.
Mate, same, but it won't.
Yeah.
It won't.
There's a lot of hype behind it from the FGC, innit?
And Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Beyond, there was a lot of that too.
Yeah,
and that, to me, might have been an all-time Marvel vs. Capcom game, but unfortunately nobody plays it.
Yeah, no, they don't. I mean, we saw it last year at VS Fighting.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, that was just a quick shout-out. Thank you for the question, fucking Northerner. Good question. I would say that me, Street Fighter, you, Mortal Kombat.
What do you mean?
Best video game film.
Oh, yeah.
But just a side point there, because Sean always loves to talk about Sonic. It's a bit weird. I reckon he's a furry, and he's not.
Were we talking
Well, I'm just talking about you being a furry.
Oh, wait, yeah. So there's another bit of news that we missed out on.
You're a furry.
New Sonic Mania engine coming out this year. So someone's decided to recreate
You're putting this in here now.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
We haven't got the time. Cut it off.
No time.
But no Sonic news allowed.
But yeah. So someone's gone and recreated.
Wow.
All the assets. No, I think it's amazing.
No, okay, yeah,
from the ground up.
No.
From the ground up, like Sonic Mania, 1-to-1, all the assets, all the physics and stuff like that.
So they've made so Christian White. So Christian Whitehead made Sonic Mania, and somebody's made that.
No, like they've made an engine that people can use if they want to create,
like in a car and that,
and it looks like really good,
like an engine.
Yeah,
like to make a car go,
like engine from Crash Bandicoot. Yeah.
Right, that's enough of that. Right, let's do an outro.
We were trying to come up with what angle do we approach this, because obviously there has to be a benefit
I'll
for the
tell
faithful.
you the benefit. The benefit
Rachel was
is to
speaking, you
set
said a
the
lot,
cat
let Rachel
amongst
speak.
the pigeons, Roxy.
Listen, don't
that
speak
is
like
all
that,
I have
Harriet,
to
because-
say.
Right, so contact info, luckyandwildpodcast@gmail.com. Email that. Discord. Go on. The link is in the description. There's loads of nice people in there. Do join it if you want to send us your mail. Patreon, Sean. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Now, just
alright.
stay tuned, listeners, because we've got our last segment coming up, the sound test, where we're going to pick a video game song to play us out. But before we do that, let's get an update.
Thank you for your continued support. We have got some new people and some old.
Well, no. Hold on.
Okay, because I thought you were gonna get me to.
No.
about
We got the old people are still there. One of which we can't say because they don't pay enough. May or may not be my mum, and therefore your mum.
Yeah, she's up to budget now.
Has she?
Yeah.
I mean, or they? Who have they?
Yeah, $5. Yeah.
What?
So now we get to mention her.
Thanks, mum. Oh, well, so we actually have to mention her by name.
Yeah.
Right. So our mum is now our biggest patron.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing, isn't it?
No, not really.
No, but thank you,
we've also
Mum.
got one.
I don't want to sound ungrateful, but thank you so much.
We've also
You're
got
a good mum.
one new contributor, but basically, our aim really is.
Wait, no, let's thank. Wait, so before you start that, let's thank the new contributor. They've just started donating.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Thank you to you. Right, but yeah, our aim with the podcast.
Our aim with the Patreon is to
Become the next IGN.
Yeah, I mean, well, not that, but
right.
never. But yeah, so we would like to do more stuff for you. Basically, we're gonna get games. We're gonna take risks. We're gonna go to all these cons and stuff to sort of make the podcast bigger and better. Also, if you there's certain tiers and stuff. So if you
One of which, if you donate enough, you can tell us. Give us a game suggestion and we have to play it. Now, Sean, I usually sort of treat this Patreon segment with a lot of irreverence, but Sean is right. If you do donate enough, we will start going to weird events. We'll go to an event with furries. We'll go to EGX and we will document this. And if you've listened to our VS Fighting episode, you know we're good at that type of stuff, right?
Yeah,
that was an entertaining episode.
Yeah.
And also, the other thing is that Sean, when we started this podcast, because I don't have any money and I'm a hobo, he very, very kindly offered to pay the hosting fees. Now, the hosting fees are £14 a month. You've been paying that?
I have been paying it, but that could also be going towards some games or merchandise.
If we get it high enough. And then after that, what we're thinking is we will try and build a spaceship.
Yeah.
Be the first podcast on the moon.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the next one. That's the next goal. First of all, £14. After that, go to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, would probably only be a moon in No Man's Sky on a random planet, probably. I mean, I don't.
But the thing is, there have been rumours that Joe Rogan is trying to get to the moon, and we can't let that happen.
Yeah,
so,
but that's just through DMT and that. We could. I don't think we're actually.
No,
I don't think we're bound for space, to be honest.
No, maybe we should stay on the ground. But
I'm not good with the heights.
But maybe let's see. You donate to the Patreon listeners, and we'll see if where we go. We might go to the moon. We might go to the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
We could.
Those are the options. But do donate because Sean is losing money currently, and that's what we don't want to do. Currently, our mum is having to donate. All right.
Yeah, I'm hemorrhaging.
Sean is hemorrhaging cash on this rubbish, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Boris Johnson, nice. It's please, your continued support would be appreciated. And also, if you listen, we really appreciate that as well. So,
but if you do listen,
thanks for listening and posting.
But if you do listen,
and going on the Discord.
But if you do. If you do listen, share it with a friend. Share it with your mum. Our mum likes this. I'm not sure that she does, but she listens and she has put up with it. That's what I will say. Share it with your mum. Share it with a mate. Share it with your romantic partner. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, I have.
Sean. You were about to go, yeah, I put it in my own hand. Yeah? Was that the joke you were going to make?
No, not really. I was more I was going to make a joke that I shared it with the romantic partner and they ran away.
Wait a minute, I got an idea. No, you ran away from your... why don't you, right, and this is just so we can promote the podcast here, call your ex up and just be like, I'm doing a new podcast. Do you want to listen?
Just
That would demonstrate to the listeners.
what's a bloody podcast?
Who's this cunt? Right, anyway, let's do our final segment with the sound test.
Sound test.
Sound test, this is where we pick a piece of video game music to play us out of the podcast, usually with an interesting backstory. You will have noticed on Sean's turn, where it's his turn to pick a piece of video game music, that he never even talks about the fucking music. And you know what I noticed with the last one? You didn't even. You didn't even. You're
equating the whole experience to that one time.
It's not.
Remember when I picked Tim Follen Pictionary, innit?
Yeah, that was a mildly amusing story, but you didn't. Okay, all right. No. Last time you picked Honeycomb Highway. Who composed it?
Was it Yuji Naka? I don't know.
Yeah, Yuji Naka composed it. Yeah.
No, it was I can't remember his name, but yeah.
It was
it's on the tip of the tongue.
This Yakamoto.
No, it was a Western guy, but I can't remember his name, to be honest.
A Western Clint Eastwood, a Western guy.
No, not like that kind of Western. Like someone from the
Well, my
West.
point is this is a segment about the music, and you never even spoke about the bloke that composed it, and your entire thing was this game was bad, but the soundtrack's good.
Yeah, it was a banging soundtrack.
Now, I will say, in your defence, my story behind this song, not my story.
It's probably shit.
Yeah, but it isn't, though, and you know it's not going to be, because I'm not as fucking incompetent as you. Chrono Trigger. Yatsunori Masuda, the composer, who I named there, because this is about the music, and he fucking made it, right? He was a sound engineer for Square Enix, right? And
yeah.
do you want to interrupt again?
No, I'm just agreeing with you. I'm just getting like...
Yes, he was a sound engineer. Well, I'm really pleased. Well, thank you for...
the wheel. I know what's coming.
Yeah, you grease. Go on, then. You know what's coming. Go on, you tell me.
No, you tell me.
No, you tell me, because you know what's coming.
No, you tell
me. No, you tell me.
No, you tell
me.
You tell the story. I don't want to take this away from you, man.
He doesn't fucking know, ladies and gentlemen. He's just trying to. Oh yeah, he was a sound engineer. He was a sound engineer at Square, and I said Square Enix, but it's only because Sean put me off. It's his fault. What I meant was Squaresoft.
Okay. Get it right, man.
Suck your own. I'm gonna fucking kill you, man. Right. He was a sound engineer at Squaresoft, right? But really, he was a composer. Anyway, Hironobu Sakaguchi, he was working on Chrono Trigger, and Yasunori Mitsuda came to him and said, you're the director of this game. I've spent the last 10 years doing sound engineering. All he's doing is plugging in keyboards, plugging in this, plugging in there. He's bored of his life. And he said, if you don't make me a composer on this one, I will quit. And normally in a Japanese company, you expect that to go the other way. Sakaguchi would probably go, well, quit then. You're not senior enough. Yeah. I don't respect you enough.
In that cutthroat sort of like employment nature of Japan, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And what ended up happening was Sakaguchi called his bluff. He said, yeah, go on then. You can compose the music for this game. Just out of nowhere, sound engineer is being given I've got a nosebleed. He's being given carte blanche to work on one of the biggest games Square have ever made, right? Now, the funny thing about this is that Yasunori Mitsuda, he was so thrilled to be working on this that he worked himself to the bone, often fainting at his desk, to the point where he got hospitalized and Nobu Uematsu had to take over and do the last few tracks. Now, this is pretty funny because I think one of the reasons why Chrono Trigger has such a good soundtrack is because both Yasunori Mitsuda and Nobu Uematsu were working on it, and it was literally because of chance. But anyway, because I've just suddenly got a nosebleed for no reason, here's the main theme from Chrono Trigger. I've been Harrison Hunt.
I've been Sean Hunt.
And remember that we don't know what we're talking about, but neither do you. Here's the main theme from Chrono Trigger. What is going on? Why have I got such a fucking nosebleed, man?
Do you get nosebleeds?
Almost never. I don't know why that's happened.